me addicted several times. It hurts to admit that we're no different. I find it hard to commit, but you don't even try. Still I'm better with than without you. Oh, I'm on it, I want it, but why do you seem to call it your eyes? I can't tell if you're here or you're out there. Do you wanna be out there? You don't need to be Prince Charming to me. I just need this to be real. I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need a killer dragon for me. Ooh, I don't need no fairy tale. I don't need no. We run and go still every time. Whatever it is, I keep on trying. 'Cause it ain't hard to forgive when you know what it's like. That's why I'm better with than without you. Oh, I'm on it, I want it, but why do you seem to call it your eyes? I can't tell if you're here or you're out there. Do you wanna be out there? You don't need to be Prince Charming to me. I just need this to be real. I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need a killer dragon for me. Ooh, I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need to be Prince Charming to me. I just need this to be real. I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need a killer dragon for me. Ooh, I don't need no fairy tale. I don't need no.
I want you to listen.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going? Welcome back. Welcome back. I missed you boys. I wasn't here Wednesday, and it's a good thing that I wasn't here Wednesday. It allowed me the opportunity to get some videos done on Wednesday, get some work done, so then I have a Thursday off. Thursday, if you guys are not aware, I'm gonna have to move places. And Thursday, took a look at a couple places. And I'm gonna be going and living in a new place in about 2 weeks. Hell, even less than that. So, next few days, next 2 weeks are gonna get so hectic. For some reason I thought like end of November. Yeah, end of November, but it's like, well, the opportunity came knocking a lot earlier. So that's gonna be interesting. How's everybody doing though? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderfully beautiful day. Let me get the music back up and running, boys. Ooh, yeah. You guys like the music though? Yeah, I like it. I like it. Some of the newer stuff from NCS. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use a lot of it in duels, yeah, but it's a lot of good tracks, man. Lots of good tunes. How's everybody doing? I'll go Sweden, yeah, to you. Alright, thank you. Sounds good. Duel EU Horde. Yo, what's up, Make Sure. We got ourselves El Capitano. We got ourselves SL Alex Crypto. We got, I have a small penis, but how's it going, my dude? Swarly, my man. How you doing, my dude? Henrik, Charo, Charles. How's everybody doing? Angel Baby, how's it going? Hashtag Radiant Rainbows. Dude, also, now that I just said hashtag Radiant Rainbows, also, we got a Jara last night to 10%. She's basically dead. We just need one lucky pull, and she's dead. Do you know how much of a fuck up we did last night when we got her to 10%? People died, including me. I died with the buff that lets me pump big damage. Lots of us died to avoidable mechanics. So if we didn't die to avoidable mechanics, she would have been dead. Thing is, we got her at a 10%. You're not even doing mechanics. You're just dodging any laser beams that come flying at you, and you're pumping right into the boss, hammering the damage over and over. 10%, boys! 10! She's dead! But not yet. God, it was so fucking good. Dude, the stream needs to know what song this is. I'll give you guys a full mix of NCS. This is literally everything. At least your edge ball doesn't get MC at a bot per 1%. Oh, Fridays? Dude, Fridays getting carried by us so hard. I don't even know, dude. Oh. Don't tell Fridays I said that. We're hoping to see you again. What's up, Ben? Okay, my man. Certainly hope there's a Alliance group. Yo, let's just hop on EU, man. It is going to be the EU day. Everybody over on EU. Log on right now for some motherfucking 5v5 1v1 duels. I'm logging on right now. Gonna get on my character. We're gonna get some spectator mode. What's up, Zach? How you doing, man? We'll get our next pull. We are actually coming back to Ajara this Sunday. Normally we raid Monday, and will raid Monday, but if we come back this Sunday, to make sure that the comp that we have, the people we have, are the same people, right? We want to make sure it's the same people that know the fight, get into phase 4 a couple times, and she's dead. So we're gonna raid Sunday, and hopefully that'll be good. That means we are pushing and raiding more than we should. But hey, if we get her down, then I'll be happy. All at this point, we're just trying to kill her so we can get more recruits into the guild, so we can change up our roster, get some really quality players in for the next tier, and we can just start focusing on the next tier and farming some of the gear if we want to, while getting some of the newer people in. You know what I mean? Oh my god, dude. It is just the weight. It's killing me. But Sunday, come Sunday, we're gonna get her down, dude. I believe in the cleave. Let's log on, boys. Get some 5v5 1v1 duels going. I'm bad. What's up? How you doing, man? What do you mean you're bad? I'm on my second kill on Gahoon. I bubbled in flash. This is standing. Yo, Athamed. We had back in Gahoon, back in my old guild, when we were doing Gahoon, We had a paladin. Oh no, we had a death knight and we had a shaman. The shaman was just pumping. He was just pumping as much damage. It was very little, but he was just doing whatever he could, just pumping lightning bolts back to back to back. Just drop down all the totems, just pumping, do it. As everybody's starting to die, he just stopped killing one, but he was like, I'm just gonna start doing damage. And that in BFA, in Uldir, shamans did very little damage. He wasn't built for any damage builds. He was just trying to pump as much as he could, and we had a Blood Death Knight. He was the last man standing. He killed Gahoon in Purgatory. He got Purg. 3 seconds is all he needed. He chopped him down, killed him. Everybody laid dead, but Gahoon was dead. That was the most important part. Fucking nerdgasms all through Discord, dude. You couldn't hear a single goddamn word from anybody. It was the best fucking time of our lives, dude. And we never killed Gahoon again. We were so fucking sick of that boss, we never went back. He doesn't have a mount. He doesn't have good gear from him. He's basically useless. He's just a massive slug. We got the achievement. We got the titles. We were done. We didn't come back for him. We were like, we don't want to do it. We don't want to do it. We don't want to do it. It was such a struggle, dude. But it was so much fun. Alright, how do we got? 2 out of 5 with Night Raven. That is going to be 4. And we got ourselves Alex with a group. 5 out of 5 ready. Canny. Holy shit, it's been 1 month. It'll start in Mystery. 5 out of 5 ready. So hopefully Canny and Alex are in a different group for the stuff they are doing. Alex and Canny, 5. Let's get you boys going in. How's everybody doing, though? Do people still play it? Who? The last raid? No, I don't know anybody. Because it doesn't have any good gear. Like, maybe it can Titan Forge, but the gear from that raid is really, really bad. So I don't know why anybody would. But yeah, I'm ready if you add me, yo. I'll keep it. We got a groups up and running, man. You're more than welcome to join them. We got ourselves La. We got ourselves Zully in here. Ooh, Limpa ATS. Oh, we got the boys here, boys. So what do we got? We got ourselves Team Rogues on Team Blue with Azure Shift playing that troll rogue. We got ourselves Money having a having a good time over there with a pumpkin on his head. We got ourselves Shifty Man, but also got Zully representing Shadow Prince and Christia playing that red pally. And we got Team Red with the casters from ATS to Limpa Liam to La with Nyax leading the charge as an Holt Frost Death Knight this time. And we got ourselves Sabrina on the rogue. You just showed me the other hour, I guess the best way to put it, earlier today, that you got your hidden skin. That's a cool hidden skin. I don't use it nearly as much, but that is honestly one of the coolest hidden skins back in the day. And it was really hard to farm too. Incredibly hard to farm. Like, it was insane. Alrighty, boys, good luck and have fun. Who's going to be going up first? Who's going to be going up last? Looks like it's going to be ATS on the Fire Mage, and it's going to be, of course, one of the rogues coming in, making sure to put up his deadly poison. No wound poison against a mage, I guess, since mages can't heal. There's no point of doing that. But I would still go with wound poison if I were playing assassination. It's going to be going to getting a shot onto ATS. Already, Shifty just getting himself an opener. And this is not popping any cooldowns here. Just gonna go for a DFA, trying to avoid the Dragon's Breath, still gets nabbed by it into a poly, not trinketing it. It's actually gonna get cleaned on all the abilities. Trinket coming out as a G-Pie is trying to come out. Not gonna happen. He's rooted, and Shifty is gonna have a meteor dropping on his head, do quite a bit of damage. He's going to pop himself a little bit of a sippy cup just to get a heal going. HH is going to get a couple fire blasts in with a temporal to cover himself. Hopefully that'll be enough to keep him afloat. Missing the Dragon's Breath, however, and Shifty landing that killing shot onto ATS, popping out the Crucible, trying to get some damage in there. That's going to be quite a bit of dot damage. Shifty getting hit with a polymorph. Now he's out of a trinket. All he has is Vanish and Cloak of Shadows, which can still be huge, but that Ring of Frost does not connect with ATS. Wasn't all that careful with it. Still gonna land a second pyro unless Shifty Man does something about it. Does eat the G-Pie, but does get himself a little bit of a heal ahead of time. Although Maledict stacking up, ATS perfect opportunity to get some huge crucial damage on Shifty, forcing out a Cloak of Shadows. This is gonna be another defensive out of rogues. ATS though completely slowed down for a moment, and Shifty catching that advantage. That's also another massive defensive out of Shifty. So if ATS can somehow find Shifty, catch him while he's lower health, and hit him with a Ring of Frost to hold his health in the same area, same position where it's at, lowish, Oh no, he's gonna get a bit of a recovery with that. A little bit of a sippy cup. So that's going to be a poly out of ATS. She still could go for a big one-shot onto Shifter right now. If he lands here, the big Ring of Frost. Does he land it? Does he go fast? Shadow Step coming out for Shifter. It actually could be an Ice Block out of ATS. Does force out an Ice Block out of him. That's going to be a route to continue. And ATS has everything he needs. Shifter, can he catch a restyle? Doesn't let him catch a restyle. Blind coming out though. Trick inside of it. That's going to be more Fire Blast coming out for ATS. She keeps Shifty Man out of here into a breath. Meteor could just go for a Massive Combustion. Is going to go for Massive Combustion. Does he have the damage? Does not have Ice Block here. It's going to be kill the shot. Shifty needs to min-max the damage. He needs to kill this mage right now. Does he have the capability? That's going to be a little bit of a cauterize out of ATS into a TFA, but Shifty blink away by ATS. Shadow Step into him. Does he have enough damage? Does not have enough damage. And that is going to be ATS barely surviving. Does get himself a shield at the very end. That was so well played by Shifty, but just didn't have enough damage. Should have popped a Vendetta at one point. I don't even know if he did pop Vendetta at one point or another. Is the chicken out of money? Does he get hit with a poly? He does not. Is going to go for a Crucible into ATS, who does get himself a little bit of a heal at the end. Another kidney coming out. Does he have anything? Cyclotronic trying to come out. Doesn't drop the Cyclotronic, and money's going to dip under. Could be a perfect opportunity for ATS to catch maybe a little bit of food. Does get a Fire Blast and a shield. Getting a Fire Blast onto money just to keep him out in combat. That Crucible is going to put a quite hefty dot onto ATS, however. Does chuck out a Pyro in there. So ATS is just trying to min-max the distance. Knows there could be a Shadow Step out of the Rogue any moment though. Needs to have a way to deal with this. No tricking out of money though, so it's going to be ATS getting the polymorph. Is he going to go for damage? It looks like he's going to try to go for damage. Does he land the Ring of Frost? So far he's 3-4-0. He missed every single one of those rings. That is super unlucky for ATS. Just trying his best, but I think it could be him going down here. Meteor coming onto money. Does hit him with a freeze for a second. Has himself the smallest shield in the world. Another blind out of yet another Rogue, and money might have himself the perfect opportunity here. I don't know any way that ATS recovers unless he gets himself a temporal off and survives by a hair. He might still have a chance here. Breath onto money. Polymorph coming out. Full polymorph. Has an opportunity. ATS does not have a lot of health. Does not have a way to reheal. Could maybe pop an invis and maybe get the hell out of there. Is going to polymorph and maybe mount up to get away from money. Could be. Maybe. He's going to try to see if he can blink away. Is going to try to go for an invis. Money is going to stealth up. Try to see if he can find. Stand next to ATS. Might have a chance. ATS does not have himself a good opportunity at all here. And actually, first hitting, and money does not notice him. Hey, the longer you go for this, money actually is completely money. Somebody turn on his monitor. Money, what's going on, my man? His graphics card decided just to luck out for the time being. The monitor shut off. You're just going in blind here, boys. And just getting full food. No money. Oh my god, my boy. Somebody tell him to turn on the health bars. No, ATS is sneakier than a rogue. He just snuck away with that food. He snuck away with a goddamn meal. He had a whole banquet, whole buffet to his capability there. Money, my man, that is just so unlucky. It's gonna have to wait it out a little bit, but that gives ATS at least opportunity, man. Whew. I know everybody hates rogues. Maybe some of you guys will be happy to know that a mage was able to get lucky here to fight another day. Might make it quite a good deal here. Gonna be a Mark Burnett kidney shot for money. But it's gonna be, oh, Clunker shot is pretty cool. Okay, in case it's gonna be Dragon's Breath. ATS getting himself that temporal rolling. Does want to go for a breath. Doesn't miss the breath. Oh, trick out of money onto the breath. Still could polymorph right now. That's gonna be a full poly here. Does get interrupted on, I think, Arcane for a second. Polymorph. Vanish. Oh my god. Money's going through every single cooldown right now. ATS making sure to go for as many insta-casts as he can because he gets a little bit of health back every time he insta-casts. Does have dots rolling on him, so the stabs do break. Instant the kidney shot, and money could go for a setup. Cheap shot coming in as soon as a trinket comes out of ATS. I don't know if money planned to do that or not, but he's going to send a crucible at him. ATS just trying to get a couple fire blasts into money. Getting the dot mastery sizzling rolling. Does want to go for a breath here. Does he land the polymorph? ATS, my man, you cannot miss this Ring of Frost right now. You have to make it. So far, you've been of 044. It does land it. That's going to be a greater power blast. And it's off, boys. And it's flying. Money has no way to deal with. That's going to be a Maldic on top of his concoction that he just burned. With that mastery burning, money needs to go for a defensive, actually good blind onto ATS. As soon as he ice blocked and busted out of that. So for money, that's not a game over just yet. ATS, however, could catch him. Does hit him with AoE. Money, no! Money, where is that re-stealth, man? Oh, money. Oh, no. And Christy is going to give him a full honor duel. What a nice guy. What a genuine guy. I like that. While you give him an honor duel, I'm going to go switch my music up real quick for the duels mix, if you don't mind. Good old favorite, dude. Because the other songs actually were pretty good. I gotta give him. Finish him. Fatality. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh, that'd be so cool. You know what? Get like a stream deck or something and then hit him with a finish him every time somebody's close to death. I'm pretty sure that's copyright though. But that would be cool. Or like a, maybe like a big ogre, finish him, you know what I mean? Something like that and some sort of words on screen. Although I feel like that still be maybe copyright. Anyway, Chrissy is going to get himself a Shield of Vengeance, rolling a little bit early with the Hand of Freedom. Going to get a Hodge onto ATS. Try to see if he can cycle through his holy power to get a little bit of damage. Try to go for the Tempest Verdicts back to back. Going to be a breath by Christia. Shield of Vengeance is going to be down. Does he land the Polymorph? He does shimmer for it. Shimmy shimmy over there. That's going to be great. A Pyroblast. Does he land the Ring of Frost right here? Looks like he does not. And Christia is going to be able to get away for free. That was a couple Fire Blasts out of ATS. Does have a, did have himself a Pyroblast available, but instead went for a Flame Strike just to get some AoE damage. Christia gonna recover in health. An instant mount up. Oh yeah, we got the Halloween event. Everybody's gonna have instant mounts. You guys better get your Witch's Broom so you can instantly mount up every time you get a chance. Use it while you got it. I feel like that shouldn't be allowed in Arena, but if everybody has it, then you know, it doesn't matter. Bobble coming out of Crucio while they are 100% topped off, but maybe they're looking at a dampening being at like 19%. They decided, you know what? That was a setup by ATS. I don't have a better way to counter it, so bubble right now. Maybe I can get a setup right after. Could go for a setup. Gonna be a trinket out of ATS as he gets hit with the big wings out of Christia. Gonna be a polymorph. Christia is not gonna have an answer for it. Too bad they don't have a bubble. And that's going to be Ring of Frost. Does connect. That's going to be a second Ring of Frost that connects. That's 2 for 2. Actually, one of the Ring of Frost didn't connect with Christia. Maledict. And that's going to be everything out of ATS. Christia doesn't stand a chance. He used to get a heal somewhere in between. That's going to be a Power Blast around the corner. And does land on him. Zully is up next. Landing a Fear onto ATS. He doesn't have his... Or he should have his... Oh no, he didn't have his... Wait, I think he should have had his racial though. His undead racial? I was trying to figure out the numbers with the trinket, and at least 30 seconds passed since last time he used the trinket. Either way, maybe he forgot about it for a second, but that's going to be ATS versus Zully blinking away as the Shadow Priest is actually starting to put quite a bit of pressure. ATS is fully on the run, trying to see if he can get himself a little bit of recovery. Zully is actually holding the advantage here as a Shadow Priest. The silence, the stun, the fear, the ability to just dot up somebody and clean ATS completely could be huge. ATS does land himself though. The Polymorph, which is crucial for his setup. Ring of Frost doesn't quite connect unless Zully walks into it. That's going to be, trying to get a setup. That's going to be an interrupt on Zully. Does he get to blink to it? No, he does not get to shimmer over there. And Zully is going to use a totem trinket that is going to apply them some healing. That totem actually did him some heals. So that's going to be his way that he's going to be approaching these duels. At least he has some sort of a heal. Mindbender coming down. Going to be a temporal. Zully needs to take that off immediately. But their health is also not looking that good. Greater Fate coming out right now. And it's going to go for a massive recovery. And ATS looking to maybe get a massive Pyroblast onto the... onto the Mindbender. Zully is still going to recover on health. We are 10 minutes in. 31% dampening is going to land if you're on ATS. He does break out of it immediately. Going to interrupt Zully on Shadowcast. And actually going to be a free Pyroblast. Could be a defensive out of Zully. The Archer below in health does go for a Disperse, but maybe a little bit too late. Does the Disperse do a lot? It does give him a little bit of healing. And Zully is going to counter that with a stun onto ATS. ATS still holding onto Ice Block if needed. Landing a breath onto Zully with a Ring of Frost. Has no answer for this. Does have himself Empiric Embrace. All those dots from ATS that are sitting on him could be enough. Meteor with a greater power to swap in health with Azure. That is allowed for Shadow Priest. We do allow that, but that's going to allow Zully a little bit of a brand new health bar to deal with. Landing a silence on ATS. She's going to Ice Block and give him the cold shoulder for a moment. And Zully is going to go for a massive spell into a breath by ATS. And he's back on the run. And Azure Shiv is going to try to start healing ASAP while he got it. Now, this might feel like, oh, whoa. I don't like that. That feels like, whoa, the Shadow Priest has an advantage. How many times have you seen in duels where Shadow Priest actually lands some sort of a massive advantage? This is the closest duel we've had. Caster versus caster. Zully completely maledict right now. Fully necrotic out. Is going to have to start burning throughout necrotic. Starting to recover their health a little by little. 40% dampening. Does ATS have himself food? Does he get a tick of food? Looks like maybe one. Stun onto ATS, trinkets out of it, breath onto Zully. Ring of Frost has no answer for it. Does have a trinket actually. Does also have a greater fate. Is going to walk out of the Meteor. Vampiric Touch is coming out while he has a fear onto ATS. Silence on ATS. You might not have an answer for this here. That could also be greater fate for Zully though to make sure that they are defensive enough. That's going to be great. rate of fate. Does ATS have an interrupt available? It's going to get Cauterized proccing yet again. Interrupting Zully on their cast for Shadow. And it's trying to scorch him down. Does he have enough Pyroblast coming in? Oh, they end up sniping one another out. Zully did get a proc from one of their Azeroth traits. A massive Azeroth spike to spike ATS. Oh, it's hard to tell which one of these guys is actually the winner. Who won? I want to say, like, I think ATS still went for a 1v4, so now Zully has 1 kill, ATS has 4 kills. I think it's still a 1v4, right? And it's going to be a Shiv allowing an Outlaw Rogue to land an opener. It's going to be instant disarm. I don't know if you want to go for that instant disarm after the cheap shot, though, but it's going to be Sabrina. Going in, trying to get a little bit of damage. Going to be get the shot out of Azure Shift. Could go for a full Vendetta. Is going to go for a full Vendetta. And that's going to be kind of a late trinket out of Sabrina, though. But that's going to be a full evasion for Azure. Sabrina is going to cloak a shot of some of that Vendetta. But needs to get the hell away from Azure. Now that evasion is off, needs to land a slow, needs to get those pistol shots rolling. Looks like he's still able to get those pistol shots from afar. And that's going to be a full between the eyes killing spree available for Sabrina, but it's going to be a trinket out of Azure. It's going to turn around the damage onto Sabrina with a kidney shot. That's going to be a full parry for Sabrina. Vanish for Azure. Sabrina's going to go for a self-heal playstyle right now, using the Crucible Flame in order to get a self-heal. Azure does not have any dots on him, so he's actually clean. Sabrina needs to count himself some sort of reset without any dots. I mean, pick up the eye. Might need to just sprint for that eye. He's next to it. Gonna be a feint, a fan of knives for Azure trying to get Sabrina out. Stunned by the Outlaw Rogue. Doesn't have enough. It's gonna be a disarm to follow. Good disarm. Using the self-heal with a Crucible. And then disarm is about to fall off. Does fall off with a gouge. Smoke bomb coming up for Azure. Trying to get the Outlaw Rogue inside of the smoke bomb. Gonna shadow step him into a kidney shot. Does get himself his racial rolling for a little bit extra haste. And that's gonna be a cloak of shadows for Azure. As Sabrina uses a Crucible defensively. Look like he used it offensively for a second. Nice and Venom at the end for Azure. The stun from the Outlaw Rogue did not last long enough. And Azure looking to catch a reset. Is Nagas going to go for an honor duel? It looks like he's giving him the opportunity to get an honor duel. It looks like he's allowing for it. He's kind of just chilling out in the middle. Just flying around. And Azure shift all the way to the other side. Yeah, he's giving him basically the full opportunity. Unless he picks up the eye. Giving him full opportunity. Azure, you better heal. He might pick up the eye. He did pick up. No, did he? He did. Okay. So now as he run over it and doesn't get picked up, gonna be a sap onto Nix. He chickens out of it immediately into a kidney shot. Pin playing a Frost Death Knight. For some reason I thought he was Unholy for a little bit. I guess the mount being all green made me think of Unholy. Stun onto Azure Shiv right now, and Nix is gonna try to see if he can get some damage going onto this rogue. Did quite a bit of damage for Frost in a short amount of time he had. Blind onto Nix, does not have an answer for this one though. No more trinket available, so Azure is looking that you might actually be able to catch yourself a full reset. The long dot, the, what is it, Frost Fever for Nix though, is going to keep Azure Shiv coming out of cell for a while. It's like a 30-second dot duration. So if Nix is fast enough, he might be able to refresh it. He might be able to use it onto Azure. He's actually just going to just do a little bit of a 360 sap yet again. And does catch a full reset. Nix could go for another set of eyes. Or could wait. He is down a trinket. Azure is waiting for that Vendetta and waiting for Cloak of Shadows to be available. Does have evasion, does have a vanish. So he actually has quite a lot with a trinket available too. Nice picking. Actually, it looks like he barely walked by the eyes and picked him up. Maybe Blizzard did something about that. Going to be a full kidney shot by Azure onto Nix. It's going to take quite a bit of damage. It's going to Lich Born out of it towards the end of it, however. That's going to be quite a bit of damage out of those two. Evasion coming out for Azure Shift, trying to see if he can maybe dodge all the damage out of Nix. Nix tried to go for Transfusion, but he can't really get any kind of heals unless he can hit it. And without Evasion, it's not going to allow him to get any kind of Death Strikes in. It's going to go for a little bit of a Dark Pact, landing a Maledict on Azure. But Nix's health is super low, needs to find a way around it. Does not have AMS or anything. Going to be a Cloak of Shadows on Azure, as he does get himself a little bit of restart. Nix is super low on health. Does have a trigger coming up very soon, but I think in a single stun right now he won't have an answer. It looks like he does play Crucible in order to get himself a little bit of a self-heal. Needs to get those Death Strikes out into the rogue. Actually, the longer Azure is waiting, the more likely Nix is going to have a trinket for this. Kidney shot coming out. Marfeth and Venom. It actually does not have anything at all. Next up, I think it's going to be Lob versus a rogue. Oh no, okay, well, hopefully this Shadow Priest has a little bit of an easier time with a rogue. I guess the last Shadow Priest didn't really have an easy time with a rogue. It was a mage. It didn't have an easy time. It was like really, really close. I like that. But like I said, it's going to be an honor duel for the both of them. I think Lion's just walking. I was thinking like he's just looking over something. Maybe it's like he's gonna give him like a ceremonial burial or something. He's like looking from one priest to another. You're a snack. Oh, okay, okay. Alrighty. Now that everybody has had a little bit to eat, you guys are ready to play? Yeah, you guys are ready to play? I think so. I do wonder if you can actually like watch where these spirit things go, and if La can see these. Does he see them? Because they're kind of telling him where the rogue is. Does he see these? Wait a second. I think Azura might have given him away with these little sparkles. They're literally coming right for him. If La is watching these things, he knows that the rogue is nearby. Do they go away? Wait, do the sparkles ever go away? Maybe when they get next to Azure. But look at it. They're just gonna... There we go. Was La able to see those? That's hilarious if it was. Gonna be Azure Ship trying to go for a big setup onto La. La's gonna go for a little bit of a Psy Fiend, Shadow Fiend combo. Got himself a little bit of that Void, or a little bit of Empiric Embrace rolling so he can get a little bit of health back. Slapping Azure Ship with a massive Azerite Beam just now. And that's going to be Azure Ship catching himself a little bit of a self field with a Crucible, landing a zap onto La before he can get a dot rolling. So Azure Ship is going to go for a little bit of reset. If he has any kind of cooldowns, he might be in a good spot. Azure Ship still has all the defenses. He's still very, very low on health. But he has all the defenses at 79% dampening, however. He's basically just stuck to that 30-second cooldown of Concoction. La could go try to pick up the eyes and maybe see if he can snag a dot on Azure Ship. Any kind of dots, any prolonged dots, will help him win the duel. Is going to mount up for a second, might pick up the eyes. Azure Ship should have went a little bit faster. So he's going to try to see if he can hug the other side of the ramp. Might be able to land a sap onto La. La sees exactly where he's at, does land a dot on him ahead of time with a stun. Instant trinket coming out. It's going to be Garrod out of Azure Ship into a stun onto La. Does not have a trinket available, but does have at least one dot rolling. Azure Ship is going to go for even more damage, trying to cloak himself to maintain that offensive pressure with that Cloak of Shadows. And it's even going to vanish out of there. Does take all the dots off of him. That's going to be La trying to see if he can catch a little bit of stealth, a little bit of heals with those dots. However, the sap's not going to last, and you know Azure Ship is going to wait until DR fully with all those stuns. Is he? But you know he is. He is. 100% is. There's no way. That'd be such a rookie mistake. He's going to go in with a Garrot, maybe get a dot, maybe mark for that kidney shot, or maybe just Garrot, mutilate, build up. Oh no, it does get the rupture, does get the mark for that kidney shot. La is in a bad situation, no defenses available, does have for himself greater fate, does land a fear. Shadow Mans are trying to come out, but those Shadow Mans just don't last at all. And Limp and Lim is going to be up next, trying to make sure that Azure Ship goes down before he can really end the game. It's going to be double stoning him from the Infernal into a Shadow Fury. Gazmo flying mid-air, and I think Azure Ship is out of the game. That's going to be literally first game of the day, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Goddamn, Azure Ship tried to claw his way back after watching his team get sizzled down by ATS. I like that. That was a really good, strong game. That was a good, strong game. How's Mythic picking up along? AJ! 10%. We got a jar to 10%. But better question would be how the game's going. How you doing, AJ? I hope you're having a good one, my man. Hey, please remember to stay hydrated, not even when you drink. I've never seen you drink water on stream. I got water. Yeah, you want me to take a sip for you? I'll take a big old sip for you, dude. This water has been... Something tastes funky about this water. I think it's been standing here for at least overnight. I think I took it got some last night. Put it on a table. I kind of just left it there. You know how the water gets flat? That taste. It's Aquafina, so it should taste really good. At least that's what I've been told. I'm not picky with water. I'm not picky with water. But everybody around me tells me Aquafina tastes better. It's just flat. Anyway, let's get another duel going, boys. Let's get another motherfucking duel going. If you guys got a group up and running, you let me know in real ID. Also, if you guys want to join one of the groups up and running, 4V5 1v1 DUELS. Do you ever drink alcohol during the stream? No. I usually try to keep the streams as professional as I humanly possibly can. Why? I mean, I've had streams where I just had a beer or whatever, but whenever I'm streaming, I don't really drink that much. I'm more of a social drinker. I need to be surrounded by the people that drink it for me to want to do it, right? When you go hang out with your buddies for grab like beer and pizza, fuck yeah, that's the coolest. But when you're just sitting at home, like maybe when I'm raiding with guildies and it's been like a stressful week, I'll grab a beer or two or whatever. Yeah. I'm more of a hard liquors kind of guy. Like, I prefer hard liquors. There's some beers that are good, but I like hard liquor. Although, like, you don't drink hard liquor unless you want to get fucked up. And if you want to get even a little fucked up, I'd rather be surrounded with friends, because just being fucked up and just kind of being by yourself playing some video games, it's not as fun. It's not as fun. I'm more of a social drinker. I'm more of a social butterfly when it comes to drinking. Dude, I get so talkative and shit, and I'm like, hey, I'm your best fucking friend, dude. But like, outside of that, I just gonna chill at home all day and just make videos and stuff. Your team ready to play? Wait, team ready? Well, invite me. No, don't invite me. Only one day. Playtime feels bad. Sorry, Swarly. It's all good, my man. You did really good. All new peeps playing DK for once. We got Zakati in here. We got Atom. Eat the other shadow, please. Become super insane. Does that make sense? Insane. Wait, plus, I don't know if you got a group or what. It looks like Zeta got a team, it looks like Zakati got a team, but it looks like maybe Maxride got one. Night Raven also got a group. Let's get Zakati in here because we haven't seen that son of a bitch in a while, huh? If you guys want to join any of the 5v5 1v1 duels, by the way, you're more than welcome to look for groups. We have groups always running right now on region of EU is where we're running all of those, man. The sign is the best. I'm not a stickler for water. AJ. Flat water park. Alright, so if you guys want to join up, you're more than welcome to. We got ourselves groups, and you can find those groups in player versus player, premier groups, custom PvP. Find a group, type in number 5, enter on the Horde or Alliance, and you'll find, groups like this, 5v1 Dalaran Gaming, any one of those names. Just type in number 5, enter. If you guys want to make your own group, if you have me added in real ID, just type in, make a group and call it something like 5v5 1v1 Duels Dalaran, any one of those names. But as long as you have the number 5v5 in there, as long as you have a number 5 somewhere in there, there's a good chance people will find you on Alliance and on Horde. If you guys want to use the chat in order to say, hey, we got a EU group on Alliance, EU group on the Horde, whatever, just be like, yo, we got a group. If you guys were looking, if you guys searching, you're more than welcome to advertise that. More than welcome to. Alrighty, boys. Let's get Zakati, and we're gonna get ourselves. We got Candy. Candy's ready. We got just had Candy play. We got either Night Raven or we got Atho. I don't know if Atho got a team. It looks like Zeta got a team. So let's go Zakati and Zeta, and then we're gonna get Night Raven in there too. And Mexred. I don't know if Mexred got a group. He just sent me a plus. I don't know if that's. Yeah. Hey, I want to duel. No, Mexred, join one of the groups that's up and running right now, man. Zakari and Zeta. Zakati, we gotta get. Wait, I think they're in the same team. Okay, it looks like Zero and Zakati might be in the same team, so maybe we should do Zakati and Zero. Okay, Zero just said are together. Okay. Ooh, let's move you there, just so I can have all the leads. I want to make sure I have the leaders of groups up and running here, so as soon as me ping me, I'm like, we got a group. Let's get Night Raven instead of Zero versus Zakati. Night Raven 5. Let's go. They said they got a big pumper feral, so we're gonna see what kind of a feral we got going on here. Maybe it's gonna be like some sort of a god, dude. A gladiator god feral. Dead is the reason I even made a hunter, dude. I haven't seen Dead in a while, but he's been playing that classic, dude. He's been grinding that classic. How full group I said being that duos track. Don't I have you added already? I think we've seen in chat before. Are you on an A duos track? Because we are doing EU right now. That might have been the might have been the issue. Might be the issue. I have trouble getting ranked 3 below the name is an original PvP suggest if you want to get ranked 3, you have to grind BGs. That's all you can do. You can wait until they do the comp stomp where you play against the AI. It's difficult to lose, but you don't get a lot of honor. But it's really easy if you just want to grind it out, if you have the time to burn, but you don't want to lose. So you can do that. You know what I mean? EU? Okay, duos track. We'll figure it out after this one. How does that sound, my guy? Alright, let's get a group up and running. Switch. Who do we got? We got ourselves our boy, Zakati. Wait, what? Void to play that cheat death? Why? Okay, well, I guess we got that. We got Zakati in here. We got ourselves your boy, Zakati. I haven't seen him in a while. Going on first. We got ourselves Void in the back playing that I want to say Outlaw. We got ourselves Claws. We got ourselves Athel, man. And we got ourselves Asher hanging out. Aw. That's still a good looking one team. We got Carrie, or Sarah. Carrie? I want to say Carrie on the other team with Crocs going out first. Zakati versus Crocs. He's not a man of Crocs. What kind of a fashion statement is that? Going to be a stun onto Crocs, busting out all the pets, and Crocs is going to go for a late trinket as Zakati gets the army of the dead. So maybe for Crocs, the late trinket would be good because he can escape the army. That's going to be an intro, but Zakati does not get away from all the pets. Is going to be rocking that underrun trinket. The Necrotics are going to be quite a stack, and that abomination is going to start to make its way over to Crocs, getting slowed down. Sakati is way far away where the paladin can't even reach him. All those pets are around him. Is going to go for a Hand of Freedom and a self-heal with a Crucible. On Crocs' team, real quick, we got ourselves also Fortune hanging out in the back, going for a selfie. We got ourselves Snoopy. We got ourselves Mizik back in, as hopefully that's Sub-Rogue. Crocs having the Chronic stacked up pretty heavily. Is going to go for a self-heal a little bit. Wings do come down. Could have a minute-long wings coming back soon. Trying to survive through the unholy pressure with a Crucible. It's going to be stunned. Bubble indefinitely coming out of our Crocs. And Sakati is just trying to see if he can just bail out of there for a second. He has his full pets up and running and ready. Just going to have to wait out for the flash of lights to come out, or bubble to come down so you can interrupt that flash of light. Pet getting beefed up, and Zakati's already mounting another soul, mixing damage with his pets, but also getting those necrotics in there. Crocs just can't even heal through all this necrotics, and he's gonna go down. Zakati, let me take a look at you, man. Bouncing for joy right now, and it's gonna be Mizik up next. Lichborn coming out for Zakati immediately. He's ready for the next duel. It's gonna be Mizik coming in as that subtlety rogue. He's playing the, I think, less birds sub-rogue build, where it's more about maybe like sustained build. Either way, he's starting to put pressure onto Zakati. And Zakati actually taking those eviscerates back to back. Mizik, what'd you just throw at him? Was that Crucible? Zakati's actually having to go for a bit of a heal. That's going to be an ovation for Mizik though, so he cannot dodge the death strikes coming out for Zakati. He's barraging him with it. Mizik is going to go for even more pressure. That's going to be Shadow Blades and everything. Is going to try to put some pressure into Zakati. He's going to pop in that AMS, but still the eviscerates are going through. The only thing he can stop is the Shadow Blades. Even Sanctuary coming out of him. Mizik is putting so much pressure as Sub-Rogue onto Zakati, but his health is also going down little by little. Blind onto Zakati with advantage from Mizik. Hopefully he doesn't have any dots rolling on him in order to survive, and looks like he does have dots rolling, and it doesn't look like he got himself the new Crucible at level 70. I'm yet to get that. I should get that tomorrow, or if I grind, I could get it tonight actually. I might do it tomorrow actually. We'll see, because it looks really cool. I like the effect that it has. That's going to be Abomination dropping down into Mizik. Doesn't have a way to restyle. Zakati's going to meet him on the other side. It's going to be Shadow Step by Mizik. Lichborn for Zakati. And used to get that Abomination close to Mizik. Is going to get him in a slow. And Mizik is not aware that the Abomination is making its way, making its rounds. That thing got nerfed a while ago, but it's still doing quite a bit. Cloak of Shadows coming in for Mizik to deal with the dot damage coming out of all the pets. Tricky coming out off of that stone, dropping down the smoke bomb, but he's not getting out of that smoke bomb. Abomination dies down, and Mizik simply outlasted it. Finally, he can go for a bit of a barrage of damage, but his health is super low. The Chain of Ice are going to shackle him down, and Transfusion is going to guarantee that Zakati is going to get himself a little bit of a heal. Mizik is out of options, and he does go down, and there he goes, Zakati. Ah, he's going to do a little bit of a sacrifice. Okay, making sure he has good luck with these guys. Okay, okay. So that's two people down, Zakati. Not bad, not bad. You know, coming back on this Death Knight. I want to look at you. I want to look at you. Look at you, you beautiful Worgen bastard, you. You look so handsome. Oh, you went for the face with the scratches. That's such a cool one. Dude, Worgen models look dope. And Worgen Death Knights? Hell yeah. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. And that's going to be an opener by Snoopy, though. Opening from the side. Lichborn immediately out of Zakati. Snoopy is going to go for a bit of a dot and rot and bail the hell out of their playstyle. Trying to make it out of the room, as Zakati did have Lichborn rolling on him. It's going to slow him down pretty heavily. That's going to be spam of Chain of Eyes onto Snoopy. He does let himself a regrowth. Almost got interrupted by Zakati. Stun onto Snoopy. Trick gets out of it. And Zakati needs to have AMS available. If he's going to brew any kind of pressure against those thorns, bash onto Zakati. Is going to go for a transfusion. Death strikes back to back. Needs to Chain of Ice onto Snoopy over and over. Needs to make sure that he's slowed down. Is going to jump up. Actually getting a root onto that Abomination. Trying to make sure that his escape is going to be flawless. Zakati does meet him on the other side, popping in even more cooldowns. Wall coming out for Snoopy as the Abomination is slowly but surely making its way over. I predict that Abomination is not going to make it a single hit. And Zakati's health not looking that good, and without even using Death Pact, he does go down. Snoopy obliterated him, still holding on to Wall and no Trinket. But he did have to go through every one of his cooldowns in order to get Zakati down. So that was quite a lot. Next up is going to be Azeroth. Does he play still with adaptation? Going to be an opener stun by Snoopy. Getting all the dots set up and everything. Sending a Crucible over at Azeroth. And for Azeroth, it's going to be quite a bit of a time before he can catch up to the Feral. No Trinket available for the Feral, though. Might guarantee Azeroth a clean setup if he can get all the resources he needs. Thorns are up and running. Could add a Shield of Vengeance on top of that as well. That's going to be a Hand of Freedom as he gets rooted. Snoopy looking to catch a reset immediately. Trying to go for a Skull Bash around the corner. Execute sentence available. It's going to be pre-wall by Snoopy. And Azeroth is going to pop wings regardless. Big blood of the enemy. Trying to see if he can break through that wall of damage. Does get him below 50%. Sanctuary Trinket coming out immediately. And that's going to be Azeroth come and get a hit with the root. Let's try to see if he can bail out of there. Snoopy actually does not land on the ledge, and Asatho still able to barrage him full of the holy damage. Oh my god, the red pally burst damage is incredible. Judgment almost connects. Oh, he does get the kill with that Hammer Righteous. Snoopy barely missed that ledge. If he landed the ledge, that would have been a nice clean reset, but because of that unluck, just not a lot he could do. Carry is up next, is going to land a stun into Athel. Carry lagging heavily right now. I don't even know what's going on there, man. He's just okay. It looks like he's stabilized a little. He's a little easier to track by the cam, but it's going to be a bit of a blade storm as Ather is just getting barraged by Carry. Chicken coming out immediately out of the warrior. Atherman is going to go for the minute-long wing. Shield of Vengeance coming in for Ather. That's all he can really do against the warrior. He does juke out and interrupt out of Carry. He's going to go for a fear onto Ather, keeping his health low. He does need to get back at Ather. Is going to stun him. Shield of Vengeance is pop in his face. He does have a little bit of a heal rolling. 10% dampening does not really make that damage stick, and Ather is just going to bail out of there without warrior. Needs to recover. Needs to get himself a little bit of a fresh heal, and Carries back in there, back in action. Massive leap on top of Ather. Underrod Trinket proc and back to back. Does have a reflect for a second, but he's putting pressure into Ather. That's actually quite a good reflect. Bob coming out. Does he have an answer? Does he have a Cyclotronic or anything? He does not. So Ather is allowed to just make himself full re-heal while he's got it. Carry better him out up ASAP to get a charge around the corner. That is exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to see if he can get an intercept on Ather. Does land it. Stun onto Atherman. He gets out. Oh, he adapts out of that Stormbolt? What? Really? Stormbolt is like 4 seconds, isn't it? Am I wrong? Okay, well, Ather somehow was able to adapt out of Stormbolt. Might have to go for a bubble here. He's trying to get as much damage into Carry without having to force bubble. And is going to bail behind the pillar. Trying not to use bubble yet. Could be an interrupt out of Carry. Second set of wings coming out for Ather. Back to back. Lots of damage for that man. Stormbolt on him, though. Might be a bubble in play here. Ather's getting super low. Try to see if he can get a flash to heal. Does land it. Bubble coming out as he finds himself super low in health and is going to get a bit of a slow onto Carry, who is just full of health right now, full of vigor. And he's just waiting for that bubble to be down. Instant charge onto Ather before the bubble even comes down into a fear to keep him low. And he's just going to get more rampages on him back to back. Does Ather get to recover at all, though? Dampening is starting to be pretty high, but it's only 90%. Like, he's having a hard time recovering just because his warrior keeps coming back, keeps stopping him from being able to heal, keeps putting pressure with the great damage he's got going on. That's going to be a reflect by Carry. Ather cannot hodge him yet into a disarm. Chickens out of it immediately. And Ather's actually the bad spot, getting intercepted again. Shield of Vengeance coming in, but that's all he's got. His last line of defense. Does he have anything for this? And Carry does end up capping him out, dropping down a flag on a guy. Oh my god. Carry putting so much pressure into Atham and just shredded him. Who is this Fury Warrior guy? That's Kachikan. Except like it's a Kachikan with like that wants to go with stuns and stuff. Doing quite a bit of damage to claws though. Those wasn't even cooldowns. That Underrod Trinket is keeping him so alive. They'll blaze him to follow claws. Does not want to disengage. Probably should be while it's up and running. I could be Carry getting a charge up. Does land the charge onto claws. Even with Stormbolt, this man is landing some great charges because he only has a few of them. That's going to be reflected to claws. Could go for a massive rampage bash onto Carry, and claws goes burning a wall while he's away from the warrior. That is going to be a detriment to him. That is going to put him back 100%. Claws being in stealth, however, does allow him to recover. Carry might just have to go for the eyes and get a charge, get the opener on a kitty. And that's going to be some regrows for claws. Carry might as well. Are the eyes even up? One eyes are up. Two eyes are up. I would have gone for the eyes at that point. Yeah, he's just trying not to make himself take 5% more damage. He's waiting for Claws to come out any moment. Claws is just gonna walk up, root him, and see if he can. Yeah, that's actually quite a good strat. He walks up to root him, could go for a heal if he wanted to, but now he gets to get an opener on to Carry. That Underrod Trinket does quite a bit of healing. Under roots are coming out, does get interrupted on the roots though. Stormbolt to follow Claws, no, not with a, doesn't have a trinket. That's gonna be Rampage for Carry. Bash by Claws. Claws, is he going to get offensive or is he going to try to disengage? Looks like short stun onto Carry and take the roots. Trying to come out. Does get a reflect rolling. But that could be now Thorns for Claws. He could turn around and get some Thorns rolling. But this Fury is quite shredding through this guy. He's actually doing quite a lot of damage every time he's hitting him. That's going to be short charged by Carry. And oh my god, he's just continuing. Those Blade Storms, I've never seen a Fury Warrior do that much damage before. Normally Fury Warriors do a little. Oh my god, and he just execute him. That's the second flag. Who is this Fury Warrior? Normally we're so used to Kachikin and how it takes him a while to build up the damage and pressure on somebody. I think this guy's full like arena build. He's not even a self-heal build. But what he's doing right now is just the utility of disarms and stuns and charges and everything. Just keep him alive. And that's going to be Voida already below 50% health, trying to desperately escape away from Carry. No dots on him though. No, actually someone gets him out of stealth. Carry could go for a massive leap. Just yeet himself across the room. No, not going to go for it. Could go for a set of eyes. The eyes are up. He could do it. But he's not gonna. 11 minutes in, and this man is just shredding through Team Red. I like this warrior too. Armanek, I like this warrior too. We don't see a warriors play with Stormbolt and Disarm that much, or putting this much damage. This man, as soon as he's on you, he just melts you. I want to know what his setup is. I want to know what kind of a setup he's got going on. Maybe it's like a full mastery, full crit build or something, like Haste Master or something. Maybe the enemy is just undergeared. Could be. Could be. But with the scaling that it has for... Guys, so BFA has that scaling. Like, you don't actually get to hit... Like, if you hit an enemy for 40k, the enemy doesn't always get hit for 40k. You see 40k on your screen, they might see like 39k, 38k, 36k. So there is some scaling to help people that are undergeared. It's not quite scaling like Legion, where everything is like percentage damage. You know? There is some scaling for sure. Not all of it. Really? Wait, what the hell is Voida doing? Are you serious? Voida. Asher, tell Voida to get in there. Like, this is ridiculous. Are you actually just gonna wait? Are you actually just gonna wait? He's having to pick up the eyes. He's having to look for the rogue. He has to. He's checking his room. Nope, they're not there. Voida is hanging on the corner. Carry does see him for a second. Does almost AoE him out. He's actually gonna bust out of that stun immediately. And he's just gonna try to see if he can get a pressure onto Voida. Voida already taking a lot of damage. He's getting hit with a disarm. Gonna be a stun. The scary trick at that, or was that just the shortest stun in the world? Might have been the shortest stun. Stun onto Voida right now. Chicken side of it at the end. Still could be an Hexagon right now. Voida does get himself a little bit of a heal. Parry coming out. It's going to be a Blaze Storm on a Fear. But Carry does still get himself a little bit of a Rampage in there. Trying to get around Voida's defense is blind coming out. Carry doesn't have an answer for it. And is Voida going to go for that Voida, I'm watching you now. You better not be just sitting in stealth, just hiding in stealth the whole time. I know things are rough. I know things are looking bad, but you better fight to the end. Is going to get himself a little bit of a Crucible. Carry try to get land and a bit of AoE onto Voida before they catch himself a resell. Going to be a stun. Voida going to go for a little bit of a Blade Dance. Starting to mount some pressure, but Carry get himself a massive Rampage. Now he's in for the kill. Cloaker Shot is coming down from Voida. Cheat Death coming in. That Cheat Death not saving his Stone Bolt, and Voida does go down. Carry flagging another one. He's flagging these boys, dude. He's going down the forums and flagging every one of them. He's flagging all of you boys. What is he flagging you for? I have no idea, but last man said it's going to be Asher. Oh, Asher. He's prepared, dude. He's ready. He got his pajamas. He's ready versus Carry. And that's going to be Fortune. He's going to be mediating this duel. He's like, ready? Fight! Carry's going to go to this side of the pillar for just a second. I guess Asher, this could be the hardest duel for him to beat here. Charge onto Asher, and is going to bail away for a second, knowing that Asher is going to back up as well. So Carry get himself a little bit of that rage. Does land the opener. Asher is landing himself that perfect opportunity, perfect position where he can knock off Carry whenever he wants to. Gonna be a first Stormbolt out of Carry and gets himself quite a bit of pressure onto Asher. That's gonna be a touch of death immediately. Disarm onto Carry. Fist of Fury are attacking him from every angle. And Carry's gonna take quite a bit of damage. Landing a Fury onto Asher in case he's gonna go for a Trinket. Rampage to follow. Asher lagging out just a little bit, kind of blinking all over the place. And Carry is gonna go for, I think, his first Enrage regeneration. Gonna be a Ring of Peace right now by Asher. Is gonna pour to the other side. Carry still might be able to get himself one Bloodthirst. No, does not get. No, doesn't get even a single one. Gonna be a stun onto Asher. He trinkets out of it immediately with a Fist of Fury, locking down Carry as he won't be able to get through the old parry. What? Wait, whoa. Carry just obliterated Asher. What just happened? What? Who is this warrior? Wait a second. He was parry. He was Fist of Fury. How would you get a hit through that Fist of Fury? What'd you hit him with? What? What happened? No, seriously, what just happened? Chicken from Orgozoa proc? Is that it? No way. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Does he even run it? Okay, hold on. We got details. Details isn't perfect here. Details isn't perfect, but it's going to give us a little bit of a number, okay? I want to see... Somebody gave me details for that. Somebody gave me a screenshot for details of Carry's... He doesn't even run it. Look, carry, C-E-R-R-Y, Rampage, Bloodthirst, Execute, Ancient Flame, Cut of Death, Siegebreaker, Lingering Spore Pods. No wonder Raw Trinket. He doesn't have it. Remember when people used to use class abilities to kill people? I know, right? You're friendless, bro. I have a full group. Duels track. What is your real ID, my dude? What is your real ID? Somebody needs to get me a screenshot of that. Somebody needs to get me a screenshot. Please. I need to see what the hell was that. I want to see all of his damage. It was Notorious Gladiator's Emblem. Increases maximum health. Is that what Fortune ran? Did it run a health increase? It expired, brought his HP down. Oh, wow. He had 113,000 more XP health for 20 seconds. No way. No way. So Asher, it was Asher, not Fortune. Asher was running Notorious Gladiator's Emblem, the trigger that increases your health. So basically, he was running Rallying Cry. So he had all that extra health, but then it was gone, and even a single auto attack would get him so low. Because he gained 1,013k health, and then all of it was gone. And then all of it was gone. So it doesn't bring him to 0, it brings him to like 1. He's using for bigger touch of death. Oh, is he really? Okay. I could see it then. That's crazy. Wow, so that trick basically backfired on him because he didn't expect it. He thought, I'm okay. And then he was basically down to 1 health, and any attack from even a glance. Wow. That was so fast paced. So it actually wasn't the warrior butt blast. I mean, he did really well. The warrior did really, really well against the monk. But the monk was surprised. No karma. Crazy. That was actually insane. That was legitimately insane. That warrior was so much fucking fun to watch. I want to see more of Carry. I want to see more of Carry. That was so fucking fun to watch. He's stunning. He's disarming. But also, he's just pumping. He's just pumping. This man is a pumping rampage machine. Every single global obliterates in damage. Wow. That is insane. Jesus. Alright, Kenny says he's ready. Zero says new team. Wait, is that your own team, Zero? New team? Do you have a new team? Because you get Kenny and Zero. Atherman is part of either Night Ravens or Zakati. I think it was Zakati. Yeah. He'll be going next with. Yeah. Dude, that was crazy. That was so good. Do you guys not agree with me? Do you guys not want to? I mean, it needs to be fucking shown. He needs to be seen by the goddamn world. Holy shit. Holy shit. That was crazy. Yeah, Duels Track, I asked you what's your real ID, my guy. I already asked you. I asked you like 5 times, my dude. What is your real ID? You haven't said anything, so I can't really add you. I don't know which one you are. Dude, it's Duels Track. First world problems, I know. But like when you look through a friends list, you're like, who the fuck is who? Are you just Duels Track? You are Duels Track, so I guess that makes it easier. Sometimes I'll tell you right now, from my experience, most people will be like Joe in the chat. Their character name will be like Ragnaros, the Windseeker. Their real ID will be like Paul. And I'm like, okay, so Ragnaros is Joe, but Joe is Paul, and Joe is Ragnaros. I'm like, okay, that's fucking hard. I got you. We'll go for 5V5. Why do I feel like your name is familiar? Why do I feel like your name is really eerily familiar? Okay. I look at the name Duels Track and I feel like I've seen that name before. But I'll tell you right now, my gut feeling is like, it's not a good feeling. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. I wish I could see my Hunter and Affliction Warlock. Maybe we'll get some. If anybody don't play an Affliction Warlock, an Affliction Hunter, or a Marksman Warlock, you guys are more than welcome to play this out. Affliction 1v1's bad. I think I could play. He could make some plays. It's just I think you need a different build. That's outside the box. Invite me, anybody, Maxra at Ragnaros. Maxra is telling for people to invite you. Maxra, just join a group. You just look him up on LFG. It's a lot easier than be like, yo, somebody invite me. Be like, just look it up. And get out of one. All right, Duels track. I have I'm going against my gut feeling. Don't you disappoint me, my dude. Something about my gut is like, I don't know about that, dude. Let's get Canny in here. 5. Here we go. I met Joe yesterday. He said it was close to a friend of yours. Oh, you know what Joe is? Joe Mama! God damn it. God damn it. 5 out of 5. So Alex is ready. Canny is ready. Duels. We got Zakati and Knight. We'll get all you guys queuing against one another. I'm trying to get as many of you guys in as best as I can, okay? Try and do what I can, boys, okay? We'll try to get as many of you guys as many new people. That was rough. George. That was pretty cool, man. What the fuck? That was a great fucking duel, dude. My bad, I stopped LFG. Okay, I don't know what's going on. It says there's no queue, so I'm gonna try again. I cannot see the 5v5 duel in costume PvP. You can't see the... Okay, so it'll be like you go to pre-made custom 5. There might not be any groups on Max Red. You can start one if you want, my guy. Have you added in real ID, so if you get a 5-man team, then I can get you going. Okay, so I'm gonna leave queue and I'm gonna try it. So the queue is bugged. I'm gonna keep re-queuing until we eventually get it, okay? It's gonna take a couple tries. It's gonna take a couple tries. Alrighty, boys? It's bugged. We're just gonna keep spam queuing until it finally works. So just be patient. It breaks sometimes, and the only way to fix it is just to keep spamming it over and over, keep accepting, keep doing that thing. Eventually it'll work. Top try classic? Everybody try classic. You're a horde group at the moment, you can find sad burger noises. Yeah, let's get a hamburger in here, man. Let's get a hamburger in there. Okay, so someone in the group is queued for that, so we'll try. Next one should work. If not, we'll just have to get... Okay, here we go. Sometimes it breaks. Usually when I try to queue people and somebody might be in LFG looking for people, or somebody's like queued for something or whatever, and yeah, it breaks sometimes, so it's okay. Let's see, we got a Frost Death Knight and a... What is that in Holy? Because for some reason Frost Lichborn doesn't show up. I'm not getting an invite? What do you mean? I saw, how you doing, my man? You should have. You're a limping name, aren't you? Or am I wrong? Did I get people wrong? I might have. Oh, my bad. My bad. Oh, Snoopy here. What's up, Alex? Hey, my man. Hope you're having a good one. What's up, Snoopy? What's up, my dude? Alrighty. So, Twitch, what do we got? This time we got ourselves Born... Wait, no, ATS on Team Red. I was going... Let's actually go with Born Lich, because this name I was going to go. Born Lich! Oh, I almost want to say Born Bitch, but this man is going to show us he ain't no bitch. We got ourselves also Chuddy. We got ourselves Cyrus. Duos track playing the Destra and Lynn Quippy? Is that a feral? That is a feral. We also got ourselves on Team Red ATS. We got ourselves Limpan Liam. We got ourselves La hanging out in the back. Nyx as a Frost Death Knight still. And we got Sabrina as that Outlaw. It is gonna be Limpan Liam first off versus Chuddy. Chud, my dude, my chud. Okay, I feel like the more variations I try to get with that name, the worse it gets. So I'm just gonna call him Chud. Gives himself a little bit of a rude emote towards Limpan Liam. He's already setting up. He's ready, man. He's aggressive. There's going to be an in-cap already onto Limpan Liam. Getting those images up and running. Popping off every cooldown. Fist of Fury to follow. He's going to be a chicken out of Limpan Liam. Dropping down Infernal and a stun onto Chuddy. He doesn't have the big cooldowns, but he's going to go for a bit of a port. That's going to be a conflict rate to root down Chud. But he's going to go for a bit of a port and get himself some Vivifys back-to-back. Does have a succubus on the other side of the arena. It is doing a little bit of damage. That's going to be a little bit of a Ring of Peace, I guess, to deal with Succubus in case it goes for any kind of CC. Chud is just trying to get away from Limpan Liam. Try not to let him max out his damage with that Infernal. So you're just going to AFK the Infernal for a bit. Which is exactly what you should be doing sometimes with the Destro. If you don't have a way to stop the Destro from playing the game, because a horror effect into a fear and without a trinket, you're basically done. That's going to be Infernal down. Hopefully Limpan Liam is playing some like Vision of Perfection to get more Infernals throughout the game. And as he's trying to get himself a Caswell, Chud is going to get in, get a couple globals in there, and is going to try to bow out of there immediately. This man is playing it super safe in the duel just started. Limpan Liam still looking really healthy. It looks like Limpan Liam has cheat death. Some of the cooldowns are a little bit bugged, but it's okay. Wait, is that he has Frost? I didn't realize he's Frost Mage. Oh, that's going to be fun to watch. Because I looked at cooldowns and I was like, wait, ATS, Is that a Frost Mage cooldown? I'm like, oh, is it actually a Frost or is that a bug? I had to check. And Limpalim is just gonna go, Chudzy, what are you doing? I guess as soon as Chudzy does run out, he's gonna be hit with a conflag. Gonna be an interrupt on the fire, but that cannonball damage is gonna come through. In cap coming out onto Limpalim, but Touch of Death is gonna follow that as well. It's gonna be all the damage out of the monk right now. Limpalim does wall this, but he finds himself super low on health, and Chudzy's gonna trinket out of that horror effect immediately. Could be a fear onto Chudzy. Does get a karma rolling a little bit early for Limpalim. He does go for a bit of a reflect. Doesn't really do anything for him. It's still gonna be almost a Chaos Bolt out. Does not connect with that Chaos Bolt. Could be a Succubus CC right now. He's actually getting locked out, and Fist of Fury is enough to take him out. Limpalim had a plan. He just wasn't able to execute it. It felt like he had a plan. He had a setup. He just wasn't quite on the ball with it being able to put it out. But also Chudzy bailing the hell out of it. Whenever he had any cooldowns, definitely makes it harder. Is this man literally just going to play Ring Around the Rosy the whole game? That's my most favorite monk play style, where the monk just runs and runs and runs and keeps running. He just Forrest Gumping out of here. Nyx is just like, you know what? I'm not even going to try gripping it. I'm just going to mount up. I'm just going to mount up. And Chudzy getting caught in a strangulate as he's going through a lot of his cooldowns into a Ring of Peace immediately. Does get gripped through a Ring of Peace, ports out of it. He's just going through every single cooldown. Nyx is trying whatever he can to catch the guy. Does get caught in a Fist of Fury himself instead. And Chudzy immediately goes for that BFA spam. Is that all? Into a disarm onto Nyx as he does finally get to approach, and Chudzy is going to bail out of it immediately. Continue to Vivify, and I guess all Nyx can do is either chase after the guy or wait for the guy to come to him. Does get gripped in. Chudzy might go for some damage. Fist of Fury coming out, and Nyx has to back up from the Fist of Furies as he's going to get parried through all of it. That's going to be quite a malady stacking up with Chudzy. Does he have Reflect actually, so he could go for it. No healing available for him right now though, and he's actually taking quite a bit of damage. Is going to go for a little bit of that Reflect towards the end though, but Nyx is going to see the end of that malady. He's not going to see the necrotics. Instant Karma. And Nyx is going to go for a AMS and Transfusion. Is he just going to try to see if he can burn through our Karma? He's just going to maintain himself to the best as possible. Chudzy is going to go with the full images. Fist of Fury getting parried, but he's not getting any more health. This way a Maledic would be huge right now. Disarm onto Nyx. He still has a little bit of damage he can put out as a Death Knight. He's just making sure to refresh his dots. That's going to be Chudzy trying to see if he can bail out of there, and it's going to go for a massive Dragon Kick across the room. Does not have a port or anything. Going to be Nyx actually using Rocket Boost in order to try to see if he can catch up. And Chudzy boarding out in the open. Chain of Ice immediately stopping him from moving. Does he have another Fist of Fury available? Try to see if he can get a slow into Nyx, but a stun is going to come out. Trickets out of it immediately, and it's going to be the monk goes down. Imagine a monk running for as long as he did, and then dying to a Frost Death Knight. Nyx, my man. Very well. What? The what? You played a tank trinket? What now, Nyx? Hold on there, buddy. Hold on. I just put in a good word for you, my man, and now you're running a tank trinket? Oh my god, I didn't realize. Oh, I feel unclean now. I can't stop you guys from using what trinkets to do, but a tank trinket? Oh. That's going to be massive defense coming up for Nyx as Duels trying to get himself a full setup with the Infernal and Dark Soul rolling for him, trying to see if he can get a stun into Nyx. Does get it. That's going to be cancelable for free right in the face of Nyx. Duels is going to go for a Cataclysm. Knows he will be interrupted. Is going to line himself up another Cataclysm because of that instead. Short stun, but it's going to be a bit of delayed. Duels landing the simulates into a Cataclysm into Nyx. He got a little bit of damage to burn through. That's going to be Fear and maybe another Cataclysm. Nyx could be in, but Nyx actually got himself quite a bit of healing through all of it, and that's going to be Chain of Ice. So the Duels does get a grip in there. Duels, I think, trying to go for a bit of a setup with a Chaos not to get interrupted. Interrupted on Fear and still going to be able to check out a Chaos but Nyx is still in there, still trucking wall for Duels. Needs to make sure he's getting as much health as he can throw at wall. Try to go for Drain Life, but that's going to be Maledic by Nyx. The Trickets out of that Fear. He might have a chance right here. Duels actually has nothing he can do right now. Fear trying to come out. Does get interrupted on the Fear. Transfusion coming in for Nyx. Has a conflag ready rolling. That's going to be a horror effect as Nyx lands a grip onto Duels. That's going to be a Fear trying to come out again. When actually decides to go for port instead. Nyx so far is just unstoppable right now. He's doing quite a bit of damage too, just as long as he can stand on top of everybody. That's going to be a Succubus rolling out for Duels instead. Decided, you know what, needs to get a little bit of a Succubus CC in order to deal with his Death Knight a little bit easier. That was an interesting play, going for a little bit of that Demon Dog, Fell Hunter, but a Succubus is going to do a lot more for him. Nice. Wait, what is this? He actually used a toy, like a heart Valentine's toy for the pet. He's like, oh my love, wait for me. I'll free you from your shackles. Now he just found himself a waifu. The succubus is just like he's confused. He's just caught in between of this love triangle. Duels track is going to land a Chaos Bolt onto Nyx. He's going to land a grip on a Duels. Does Duels have any more CC left? Does he not? It looks like Nyx doesn't have any interrupts. There's going to be AMS available for Nyx. Going to be free from any kind of CC. Stun onto Duels. Does the Succubus have CC to follow up here? And Nyx is just continuing to pressure. That's going to be a Succubus CC right now. And Duels is trying to see if he can get himself the hell out of here. Demonic get me getting set up in case he needs to run away from Nyx. Hopefully there's no grip available for him. Nyx going to be kind of out in the open. Duels landing a couple of hits here and there. That's going to be instant grip onto Duels. Maybe a chain of ice to fall. And Nyx does need to chain him down. It's going to be Fear trying to come out. Does Duels have any more left? He actually doesn't have a lot of health left. Fear's trying to come out onto Nyx. Does land the Fear, but the Moses Winter does clip him. And Nyx find himself full health. Lynn Whippy is going to be Quippy, I guess? Is that what's supposed to be, Quippy? Lynn is going to be up next versus Nyx. Hopefully Nyx changes out his trinket, declaring an edict. And that's actually going to be the Feral coming out to stop him changing the edict. So the edict works like this. You got to use the actual trinket itself. It does a short cast, and you can change to absorb physical damage or magical damage. And it's quite powerful for tanks right now. And I haven't seen it used in duels like that before. It's going to be tournament fair for Link Whippy as his cast form is just frozen up for a second. Stun into Nyx. Nyx might need to change that trinket immediately, because he's not really having to deal with that magical damage at all. He's dealing with more physical damage. Maybe he was able to establish it. This is going to get himself a little bit of a death pack rolling a little bit early, as he just doesn't have a way to deal with Link Whippy for a bit. Lynn is getting back into trying to get up more bleeds. This is going to be his last wall available, and he's going to try to go for some hand pressure onto Nyx. He's going to let himself IBF or Lichborn a little bit. AMS, no AMS yet. And it's actually getting quite a bit of damage on Link Whippy. That's going to be quite a bit. Maledict rolling. Necrotic down completely. Regrossi coming out. Is able to recover a little bit on health, but Nyx is still just putting so much pressure on the guy. Is going to mount up before the Feral can catch a resell, although he still does. Trinket coming out for Nyx out of that stun. Transfusion available. Gripping the Feral out in the open. Does get a couple death strikes in there back to back. Lynn is going for damage, but not during those death strikes. Shouldn't be using during those death strikes. And he's getting Sublitters back to back. Has all the burst damage available. This could be anyone's game. Shortest stun into Nyx. Does Link Whippy have enough of damage? Nyx gets himself a little bit of a heal. Looks like maybe a Warlike Hellstone for a second. Link Whippy going to go for that. A little bit of that Crucible self here rolling. Nyx still trying to catch up to the Feral. Looks like the Feral might be able to catch himself a full reset. The dots is still rolling. Needs to be very careful with when he goes to reset. The Nyx is still again trying to get him. Does get auto attacks through the wall here and there, but not enough damage onto Link Whippy. Maybe he's going to mount up right now. Rigo's coming out, landing a re-stealth on opener. Could be a big bite on Lynn. Going to be IBF and AMS available. Stun onto Link Whippy. Doesn't have a trick anymore. Nyx needs to make a play right now. Needs to make all the damage happen, but Link Whippy is going to bail out of there. Eating that popcorn is going to get a Crucible rolling at Nyx, but Nyx is going to have a plenty of heal ready available for it. Lynn is trying to recover on health and is doing quite a good job. That's going to be Nyx trying to see if he can goblin jump around the corner. Not going to be able to catch up to the Feral. Short stun again by the Feral. Big bite coming out. Try to get a big bite damage, but it looks like Nyx is still hanging out in there. That's going to be a root for a second. Does get out of the root. Declare an edict right now. Might be able to use it for that physical damage. The bleed's coming out. Does land it actually. So he's actually going to have quite a bit of absorb from all that physical damage. Might be enough to stabilize for the rest of this duel, as Lynn is looking to catch himself a resell. Nyx might be able to get himself maybe one auto attack on the Link Whippy or so. Needs to get himself a heal somewhere. Just going to mount up. Maybe AoE the Feral. Doesn't get to AoE him. Another opener by. Does Lynn have enough here? It's going to be actually enough of bleed damage in order to finally get him down. Maybe a Crucible at the end too. Lynn finally does end up taking out the Feral, but Lai is going to be up next, landing a stun onto Lynn. This is going to be a full Shadow Man, Shadow Fiend, and everything rolling for La. Fear onto the Feral. Azeroth Beam is going to get interrupted, so Lai is going to have an opportunity to cast all the shadow damage they need. But is that going to be enough, however, versus Lind? Lind is just going to go get more bleed damage. Siphon coming out. It kills it immediately, and Lai is going to go for that Vampiric Embrace from all those dots. Mallet getting traded out onto Lai, interrupting the Skull Bash. Skull Bashing that Azeroth Beam again. Mind Seer coming out for La right after, but doesn't have a lot of health. The bleeds are doing quite a lot of work. Lind is looking to catch a full resell here. Might be able to. Looks like the dots are off of him. If La can somehow catch up to him, is burning through Disperse right now as a defensive, but also as a mobility in order to catch up to Lind. Is going to be a stun. Does have a trinket for it. Maybe La has a Fear available right now. Won't have it, I guess, for a bit. Maybe could have a silence into Lind in order to not let him reset all their health. Is going to land himself massive regrowth, and Lind is still hanging in there for now. Does Does he have an interrupt? Doesn't have a skull patch, so Lai is able to get quite a bit of damage. Siphon is going to get interrupted, killed instantly. Lai is going to get himself, I think, a bit of a heal from Warlock Custom Fear onto Lin, catching a couple Shadow Mens. Doesn't have enough damage here. Needs to get him close to the exit. Maybe go for a couple Shadow Ward deaths. Silence onto Lin. Might not even let him get any kind of heals. Try to go for those deaths as best as he can. Lin barely has any health, but La takes down to all those dots at the very end. So Lin ends up taking him out at the end, but Sabrina is going to catch up to the Feral and get a couple of those globals in to take him out. Super close duel so far, boys. Oh my goodness. Oh my actual goodness. This is crazy, dude. I was so close, dude. Lin and Nyx running circles, and it's just so... It could go either way, dude. You know, Nyx, at first I was like, you know what? A tank trinket? Ew. But you know what? Frost definitely with a tank trinket to actually be competitive and actually have better survivability. You know, if it makes a more fun duel to watch, I can maybe be okay with it. Instant trinket out of Cyrus. As he's going to land a stun on Sabrina. Disarm to follow for Sabrina. Was it just shortest stun on Sabrina? Did it trinket out of it? Is he playing Relentless? Could be. It's going to be Cyrus popping on every defensive and every offensive, trying to get the Army of the Dead rolling onto Sabrina as well. Does land on Sabrina. You might want to go for a bit of a cooldown play here. Is going to go for a parry right now, as Cyrus is going to go for an AMS, trying to see if he can just kind of rock his way through the damage onto Sabrina. Short stun from a distance. Cyrus is going to get himself a very, very small heal, making sure to get dots rolling onto Sabrina. Sabrina just needs to get himself a full setup onto Cyrus. Is super low in health just to make sure he doesn't get any death strikes in. Disarm would be perfect for that. Cyrus is barely teetering on the edge, but so is Sabrina. Gouge short onto Cyrus. Does Sabrina have a stun? Is going to go for a Vantage Sheep Shot. Does Cyrus have an answer for it? Is it going to be full between the eyes? No. Disarm. It's going to be a stun to Sabrina. They do trick it out of it immediately. Try to min-max the damage of the Cyrus. Short stun. Do they have any damage to fall out from there? Does get himself a bit of a self-heal and a grapple away, but they're still super low on health. 53% dampening. Sabrina find himself higher health than Cyrus. Barely getting any of that, dude. It's going to be death strike by Cyrus. Does he have enough to survive the Lynchborn coming out at the end? Necrotic stacking up onto Sabrina. Looks like they actually just might die to the dots. Do try to get a heal, but that's going to be Born Lich taking him out at the very end. And Born Lich now versus ATS. It's actually coming down to the last one, boys. Last person. That is crazy. To be honest, this trinket is not really... So the trinket, the trinket you guys are talking about, the Eternal Palace tank trinket, it actually gets stronger if it fully absorbs. If you read the full effect, it should get stronger as it fully absorbs. I'm not a tank main, so I might need to look at it again. Oh, Born Lich is going to go for full damage on the ATS, dropping him down super low. It's going to be Frost versus Frost. I thought I would never see this ever, but it's going to be Born Lich getting slowed forever while trying to land slows onto ATS. One is doing damage from range, the other is doing damage from melee. Going to be a full ice. Oh my god, huge shadows coming out into Born Lich, actually. And ATS is getting himself quite a lot of value damage onto Born Lich. He does have the pet next to him, however, to get all those death strikes from. So it's quite good for him. Born Lich needs to get himself a setup and a full stun onto ATS. Doesn't want to go through blizzards. Does not want to run through any of the slows. Put himself in a bad situation. ATS looking to maybe close in. Get a couple shatters in. Every like 30 seconds he can get a setup. Stun onto ATS. Could go for a nice block. Actually gets a freeze onto Born Lich. It is going to go, since you know what, he doesn't have a lot of ways to deal with his damage. He's just going to go for a death back right now. Get all that health. And that's going to be TH actually moving the pet away from Born Lich for a second. Just so he doesn't have any to death strike. Trying to see if he can land a polymorph. Does land it, so that's going to be a full reheal for Born Lich. And that's going to be ATH's pet Dawn, because Born Lich does get to Chillbane. The bounce and ball between the two. Because of the pet, he actually does get to use the value of that damage. Because it has something to bounce off of. ATH resummoning his pet, trying to get more slows into Born Lich. But he's making his way on ATS. Temporal coming out, might be able to get a little bit of a heal. And Born Lich popping into the AMS to keep himself maintained as best as possible. Root coming out yet again. Does have Transfusion rolling. That's where ATH needs to be as far away from the guys as he can. Get stunned up. Blood of the enemy for Born Lich, though. He's just trying to get us some value damage onto ATH. That's quite a good blood of the enemy, but he doesn't quite get to combo off big damage from there. Shatters coming out for ATS, and it does get to spike through the heart of Born Lich. The icy, icy heart. And it does get to kill him. Oh my god, that was so good. I love these duels, man. That was a fun one. That was a long one. That was 17 minutes. That was a fun one. Yeah. 20k PvP absorb in 4 seconds. Still, it shouldn't it upgrade in PvP though? I know it's quite a lot of health absorb while you're low, but it should be higher, right? Shouldn't it? Hey, how's it going, Skate? Hope you're having a good one. Alrighty, boys, let's get another one going. We got ourselves Zakati and we got ourselves Knight. They've been waiting for a bit. Queue us? Yeah, they want to queue. Alex is still waiting. I want to get Zakati, but also want to get Night Raven. I kind of want to queue them against each other so both of them can play. But I think I want to queue one against Alex and the other against whoever's ready afterwards. Maybe it'll be Duels team. Maybe it'll be Candy's team. Candy's team just got to play. EU, what is it, 7? Yeah, holy shit, we got so little duels on the EU, but they've been long duels, and they've been quite good duels. There's been some really good duels. Brass Mage actually won for once this expansion. I know, maybe next patch will make it a little bit easier. Alright, let's get Eeny, Meeny, Money, Moo. Oh. Which one of you guys has Canny? Night Raven or Zakati? Which one of you guys have Canny? Wasn't it Night Raven's group that has Canny? I think it was. Out my question, hit me. How to get into the duels? You go to be on EU first right now. We are doing these duels over on EU. Pre-made group, player versus player, pre-made group, custom PvP, find a group. 5. Enter. And you should find a group on the Horde as well as Alliance. Not Candy, Carry the warrior, the Fury warrior, Carry. Because you both need to play. Night Raven and Zakati only played once, but I don't want you guys queuing against each other the whole time. So I want to have one of you guys queuing like Alex or something, then Zakati maybe queuing Duos or Canny, any one of those guys. He's still here? Okay, so we got Night Raven because he has Carry. I want to let Carry play, but we also get Zakati. I have to put one of you guys first, second. I have to. I can't have you guys both. I mean, unless you guys want to duel each other again, but I'm pretty sure you guys want more variety. You want to go against different variety of people. So Zakati, I love you, my man, but hopefully I explained. Because I know Zakati is like, he gets... Sometimes Zakati is like, he really wants to play, and I'm like, I'm glad that you really want to play, man. I'm glad. But sometimes he gets upset with me. He's like, Dalaran, come on. I want to play. And I'm like... I feel like a dad, and kids are just in a park or some shit, and one wants to go that direction, wants to go the other direction. One wants to go see the crocodiles, the other wants to get a balloon. I'm like, I can't do both. One at a time, boys, one at a time. I can't split myself. Although if I could, I'd do it. I'd split myself in half. One half of me would go do the laundry. The other half of me would be sitting here, looking kind of unpleasant, because it's only half of me, but commentating the duels. Hopefully I have the lung capacity to yell as much as I normally do. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another one going. We got ourselves... Switch. What the fuck, Team Red? You guys are missing a guy. Red! Fortin, where's your last one? Oh, man. Hopefully you guys get a fifth, I mean. Because I don't want you guys... not doing with a fifth. You know what I mean? Also, why is okay, weird. Oh, you see the scoreboard? It's kind of like flashing a little bit. Is that just me or the scoreboard flashing a little? Hopefully it doesn't do that too much. Looks like one person is missing on Team Red, but hopefully it won't be that bad. It's going to be Moomy Mage. Up first as an Arcane versus Fortune. He's going to land a stun and it's going to get the bike rolling. The bike tells exactly where Moomy is going to go. Pandaren Mage is going to blink back immediately, and Fortune is getting right on top of him with that roll. Rooting on the Mage was forced to go for a bit of a tempo right now immediately. And it's going to get himself the Guardian of Azeroth, or is that Fortune's Guardian of... No, it looks like it is going to be Moomy's Guardian of Azeroth. Fortune's going to back up so he doesn't get spiked the whole time. But that's quite a good pet if Moomy can keep Fortune out in the open. But now that he knows that that's going to be the play, he's just going to wait out with a Guardian. Wait it out, heal it through full. That's where Moomy could go for a setup. Oh, we do get a fifth guy right now, Saltina. Alrighty, while they are doing the whole fighting with the pet, we got ourselves Saltina as a Shadow Priest. We got ourselves Fortune up right now, carrying the back as a Fury Warrior. Got Snoopy, and we got Mythic on Team Blue. We got ourselves Zully in the back, Money doing a bit of a dance, George Shiv not doing a dance, and Christia changing up the mug. And it's going to be a Moomy Mage taking quite a bit of damage from Fortune, but it's going to come out of the invis a little bit early. Try to get a slow on the guy, but it's going to be another leg soup. Ice Block coming out. What the what? He got Ice Block while he's getting stunned up. With the Panda's kind of just flop on the ground. Fortune got that touch of death wrapped up. That's going to be no Ice Block for Moomy. Fools of Fury coming down. Moomy's going to take quite a lot of damage. Trying to see if he can land a polymorph. Not going to get it. Safety Chicken coming out immediately, and Moomy, you're in a bad spot right now. Needs to get the slows into Fortune, but Fortune got that Tiger's Lust. He got that Dragon Kick. He got that roll. So he's got quite a value of mobility pulses with a boopity bop with a Ring of Peace, though. Mumi barely recovering, barely surviving. Got himself a cooldowns roller right now. Could they go for a big setup? Trying to go for instant cast onto Fortune, but unless they go for RK missiles, I don't think there's got anything. And Fist of Fury gonna close out that mage. Poor Mumi mage. Good attempt though. I think it's the first time in these duels. Welcome. I want you to participate more in these, Mumi. I want to see you more on the EU side, okay? You're more than welcome here. Although some of these guys, like Fortune, he is experienced monk, is what I will say. Zully is gonna be up next. Do they stand a chance against Fortune? Maybe if they outplay him. Fortune plays very, very carefully as a monk, however. Very carefully. Very carefully. Cute Panda Mage, hey. Not bad. Or all to 6. It's playing if Fortune lets you. I think it's really up to him. Zully's going to try to get some dots set up onto Fortune, even using the Underrot Trinket to get a little bit extra rot dot damage during their burst. That's going to be most of the damage right now. Does have a Mindbender too. That's going to be a little bit of a... Oh, Trinket coming out of Fortune as he gets in with the stun, as Zully did go for a little bit of a greater fade. And that's going to be a Mind Control into Fortune. That karma damage actually should be... I know that it does it with Touch of Death. Like if you Mind Control during Touch of Death, it does no damage. But I wonder if that does it with Karma. Silence onto Fortune right now. So you can't really get that much healing. Does get interrupted on Zully on the shadow damage. Zully does have Vampiric Embrace roll and needs to get a bit more damage during that Vampiric Embrace. But Vamp is down. Might have to go for a bit of a Disperse. And it does go for a Disperse. Fortune is going to bail the hell out of there and get himself a full recovery. So for Zully, he's basically just going to have to play around that full recovery with Fortune. As he does have himself a port back anytime he needs it. So it might be actually the worst arena to get this duel going. Actually send him a port to go offensive, so Fortune won't have a way to back up. He's feeling pretty confident here. In cap and a touch of death onto Zully. Maybe Zully can dodge it. Trinket not available. It's going to be full stun. Might be able to greater fade. That touches at the very end. Maybe. Fear doesn't get to greater faded though. Does use greater faded very, very late. But does get to health swap with a rogue Azure Shiv. Mind Blast to follow is going to get interrupted immediately. And Zully's going to be locked out for a moment here. Fortune getting hit with a stun. Maybe Zully can finally go for some damage. Does have Void Embrace rolling, or Vampiric Embrace. Not a Vampiric Embrace, but it's a Void Form rolling and Void Bolts. Fortune's going to roll behind the pillar and catch a full revive back to back. God damn. That was Zully's cooldown, sorta. This is going to be a little bit tough. That was another massive defensive, though. No more Void Swap. Void Shift. No more Health Swap. He's kind of stuck. That's going to be pretty bad. Zully is going to go for a little bit. Oh, Karma out of Fortune as Zully got himself a little bit of damage in cap onto that Mind Control. And Zully's going to take quite a lot of damage right now. No way to even get an MC onto Fortune. Shadowmancer coming out and Fortune does not have an interrupt for it. Finally, Vampiric Touch does connect and Fortune doesn't take that much damage. Last interrupt onto Zully is trying to get whatever shields they can. Maybe because Zully gets some kind of CC, does get a fear into Fortune. Trinkets out of it. And a blackout kick causes a blackout for Zully. Does anybody have a chance against this guy? Maybe Azure Shiv. Because, oh, I like that setup. He's got himself Cleaver Blades. Maybe this guy might have it, man. I don't know. He might be the man that puts the monk down so that the rest of the team gets to play. I don't think it's that bad. You know what? I love you, Fortune. But you maybe are too good for your own cause. The instant tricking for Azure Shiv into a disarm as Fortune's going to lock him down in a Fist of Fury. Hopefully Azure Shiv... They don't have a trinket anymore. This might put him in a bad spot. Walk him enough for Fortune. Vendetta is still going to roll out for Azure Shiv. They're still going to go for a full damage setup. I'm actually surprised it doesn't show that there's cooldowns for Azure, though, whenever the Vendetta. I guess it's a debuff more than a self buff, but either way, going to be a Ring of Peace for Fortune, full recovery for those Vivifies. And if they can somehow catch Azure Shiv, somehow they were able to spawn the Zuen, so that's going to be a full, no reset available for Azure, since the Zuen does get to leap on top of him. If they can catch a restyle, they might be good. Without a trinket, though, they're in a bad spot. No, Fortune doesn't even let him do that. Doesn't let him catch a restyle. Getting a shot into Fortune is going to get himself a mark for that. Maybe dots up and running. Maybe a go road to follow. Is slowed down, and Venom does come out. It's going to be disarmed immediately. Hopefully Azure Shiv has a chance here. That's going to be blind onto Fortune's Fist of Fury with images up and running. Azure is having to go for a bit of a self-heal. That's all they can do. Can they catch a full reset? Vanish reset. Okay, I was gonna say, like, there's no way they got just a normal restyle with those images attacking them. There's just no way. There's just no way. That's gonna be Fortune picking up the eye though. 6 minutes in. Place your bets. Can Azure Shiv take down Fortune so the rest of Fortune's team can play? Can Azure Shiv make the play here? Azure Shift coming back with a trinket in about 30 seconds. No vanish. Still has evasion and touch of death. Speaking about touch, that's actually what I meant. Didn't mean to say touch of death. I meant to say Cloak of Shadows, but I saw touch of death on my screen. That's going to be full touch of death with a full stone. Azure Shift didn't even stand a chance. Oh my god. Didn't even stand a chance. That was just a one shot without a trinket. He had to come back in 15 seconds. And down he goes. Just shows you, dude, a monk with the right gear setup and it's also that trinket that helps him out by a bit. With the right setup, that's it, man. I don't know if you... Yeah, alright, Christia, it's up to you, man. It's up to you. Money is the last man going to be standing. Hopefully he got his prize on him. Eyes on a prize, eyes on the money. Stone into Fortune, he's not going to trick that out. I think he already used a human racial, but it's going to be Christia without blood of the enemy trying to pump some big damage. Fortune is going to karma this immediately, and Christia is going to go for a bit of a shield of vengeance. If Fortune can bust out a shield of vengeance, that's going to be quite a hefty karma, and it looks like that's exactly what he's going to go for. Does get to bust out a shield of vengeance. It's going to be quite a lot of damage back to Christia, though. Look at the dot damage. She's just melting right now. But he does have wings, so he might be able to recover a little bit of health. Fortune is going to go for full reset. He doesn't even care about the fact that Christia got a full re-heal. All he cares about is he got a massive cooldown out of Christia, and all he had to do for it is blow karma and port. But Fortune not being without a karma, all he's got for himself is mobility, so if Christia can get some sort of damage pressure rolling, they might have a chance. Stun to Fortune, execute some senses. Does he have enough damage? It's looking like he's loading himself up, but he's going to back up for a moment. He knows he doesn't have anything it takes here in order to finish off Fortune, and that's going to be a ring of peace on one side. Christia is going to maybe have to run to the other. No, Christia is not going to chase after, well, he is trying to chase after Fortune now, but I was thinking he was going to do it a little bit early. Fist of Fury coming out. Maybe Christia can get another Hodge rolling onto Fortune. It's going to be a big pour for Fortune. And Christia does have mobility for it. Actually, this is where the chase is happening. Fortune tried to defuse the magic, defuse some of that holy damage out of Christia. Both of those two are going to go for a bit of recovery. Just Fortune doesn't have the karma for 15 more seconds. It's going to be a Hodge, but perfect incap to stop the Paladin from approaching. Not going to be able to get some value damage on a stun. So Fortune is going to have a perfect opportunity to catch himself a little bit of a mobility behind the pillar, catch a reset or two. And now he's ready with a karma, wall, maybe a trinket. It's hard to tell whether he does have a trinket or not. Bob coming out for Christia. That's a huge cooldown out of Fortune. He should actually, if he has, well, he probably doesn't have enough damage now that he used a trinket. But maybe if he had like some crazy big one-shot Rumble combo ready, kill Christia in a forbearance. And maybe that's exactly what he's going to try to do. He does get a touch of death in there. He's going to try to see if he can break through Shield of Vengeance. If he can get that Shield of Vengeance to break while touch of death is up, he does get to do it. So that damage actually does not reflect into the... No, he doesn't have karma for it. Oh, Christia might just be down though. Bubble coming out, does have wings up and running. Fortune's gonna bail out of there. He still has a karma. You know what? I thought for a second that Fortune had karma while Touch of Death was up and running. So no, it's just like he was just trying to break through the defensive. So actually kind of a crazy play there. All right, I was thinking he was gonna play that super safe, but he said, you know what? I have the cooldowns. I'm just gonna burn into you. I'm just gonna do the damage while I got it. And that's gonna be, I mean, leg sweep. Can Christia do anything at all? No bob, no bubble, nothing. Wings are up, and it's going to be a karma. All you can do is maybe play defensively against Fortune. He's still doing damage into the karma, though. Probably shouldn't be doing that. That's going to be all you can do is flash the lights. That wasn't full wings. That was just a minute-long wings. If Christia can somehow get a full setup, maybe get Fortune low, but without disarm, he can't really do anything. Can't get Crusader Strikes in there. Maybe a heal anywhere? Nope. Down he goes. The money is going to be last man standing on Team Blue as Fortune dispatches the rest of the team. Although Fortune is down on Trinket, down everything. If Money can go for... Money playing sub? Okay, instant Trinket out of the incap. Oh no, that might be the end of Money's career. That might be the end of his whole career. Does catch a resell for a second. Fortune snipes him out before anything. Kidney shot coming into Fortune. It is really short though. So for Money, that's not going to be a good opener. Fist of Fury to bombard him now. Does have evasion rolling, and it's going to go for a Crucible self-heal, but that's about all he's got right now. If he can catch himself a full reset, if he can somehow get some crazy burst into the Fortune, just out of nowhere, blood of the enemy or something, he might stand a chance. Shortest kidney ever, and it's going to be either Fortune's bike or Money's bike. It looks like it might have been Money's bike. Leg sweep, and that's going to be Fist of Fury. Money does get a blind. Fortune does not have a trinket for it. 11 minutes in. Oh no, Money. Oh no, oh no. He didn't even kill you in like anything normally. He just like he just hit you with a he just pushed you at the end. He just let it give you a little A little push. Alrighty. A Monk 1v5. Wow. Alrighty, boys. What's up, Rogue? Can I join? Yeah, join one of the Alliance teams, my dude. Yeah, have you heard of the legend of the... No, I don't know who that is. Somebody stop this man. I know, I thought so. Just a little push. Just, it's just so anticlimactic. Like, maybe if you get him with a big old fist of fury or... I think I'm gonna stop for a while. You know, like 5 in a row. Maybe. The game somehow DC'd me for some reason. Weird. So I lost all you guys' DMs. Yeah, can you queue us this time? Yeah, I'm gonna get Zakati. Somebody whisper me if you have a group. I need to let me know. Canny got a group. We got Canny. Where's the Fortune? You want to go versus Fortune? I'm gonna get you versus Zakati. And maybe we can get you versus Fortune a little bit later, yeah? Alrighty, save that one. Our group is kinda... Are they dead? Sleepy? Well, yeah, because they didn't get to play. They watched the Monk play. Of course they're sleepy. Like, Fortune plays super safe. And, like, he wins games, but it's super safe. It's not quite like your warrior friend, right? He plays super, super dangerously. But he pumps hard, dude. He's always in combat. He's never running away from anybody, right? You, on the other hand, you played very, very safe. And like by the book, nothing ever goes crazy, and it's just like, yeah, I can see why. Dal Pog looks like a fish. What? Try to minimize my cutting in duels so it's not that boring. I mean, play however you want to play, right? Yo, I'm not here to tell you how to play. That's all I'm saying. But it is very, very by the book. What the fuck are you floating? Hello? Oh, you're just floating. Okay, cool. I don't know what's going on here. I'm on an RP server, so this is probably not out of the ordinary. Just a floating cat. All right, boys. Let's get another one going. We got ourselves Zakati, I'm gonna guess, versus Canny. Look at those guys going. Spectator. Let's get Canny versus Zakari, and we get Night Raven a chance for his group to play after, because they don't need to let Zakati's group at least a chance to play. Ruins the Lord, that's gonna be a quick one. No LOS. Fortune, let us practice. Participate, don't kill them all. I know, right? Your whole play consists of kiting? Yeah. We've seen plenty, like on this channel, we've seen plenty of people doing the kite strats. It's such a common strat, like everybody kites. Everybody. We'll see. I like to see Fortune versus Dead. Oh, didn't we have Fortune versus Dead before? I feel like we did. I need to go back to my videos. I'm pretty sure we've done it at least once. We've done so many 1v1s. Also, if any of you want a 1v1 at the end of the night, more than welcome to. I don't mind. Snoopy? We'll get Snoopy in here in a bit. Don't worry. Snoopy's in Fortune's group. Switch. Who do we got? We got ourselves ATS. Oh, what the? Why? What? Why is the helmet like this? Why is the helmet clipping through your head? Blizzard! What is this? It looks like Cyclops. Can't even see. It's not even fair. He can't even see the enemy. What is going on? Why? How? Blizzard, is anybody looking okay? Hamburger looks fine. Lip and Liam looks okay. Lie is fine. Yeah, he's fine. ATS though. Somebody lift his head. It's busting through his cranium. His brain is gonna hurt. But it's gonna be, what is that, Ruben? As a night elf? Unholy Death Knight versus Hamburger, and Hamburger only got him to like 60% health. Oh, this is going to be a good duel. It's going to be Ruben trying to go for a little bit of an AMS a little bit early, but it's going to be Hamburger trying to see if he can leap away. It's going to be gripped by Ruben, trying to catch up to Hamburger. AMS down, but Thorns are rubbing. Hamburger is going offensively as a cat. He's going offensively cat form. Ruben trying to go for IBF to reduce the damage he's about to take stun onto Hamburger, even dropping down the anti-magic zone to deal with the Thorns, and it's going to be a little bit of that death back right now as he finds himself super low in health. Hamburger also finds himself super low in health. He might just go down right here. Try to see if he can cap on Ruben. No! And he does go down to Limpa Liam, taking him out. How? What? Hamburger! My man! My dude! My man's Hamburger is down, boys. My man's hamburger's down. I was so excited to watch him play. It was done so well. Then Holy Death Knight barely hits you. It's like, what, dots and pet damage? That's upsetting. That's actually upsetting. Full stun to Limp Lemons. He's getting trucked by all these pets. That's going to be Lichborn for Sakati. Doesn't even have to worry about Chaos Bolt. Limp Lemon is just melting. Oh my god, Unholy Death Knights. And Blizzard was like, you know what, we want to kind of make Unholy Death Knights a little bit weaker for PvP. So we made them stronger while their pets are weaker. And it's like, yeah, but a Gear Death Knight basically has the same strength of pet. And then you made the Death Knight stronger, which makes the pet stronger. It's like, so reverse. So backwards. And Nyx is already getting trucked. Already. Necrotis is stacking up for him, and Zakati is going to have to find a way to deal with Nyx, but Nyx is playing the Frost Death Knight. He has pretty good durability, but those Necrotics is going to be the advantage Zakati has. He's going to pop that AMS a little bit early to deal with the Frost damage, mostly all Frost damage out of Nyx right now. That's all he can do. He just tried to see if he could truck the damage back into Zakati. His health is starting to go down, actually, so Nyx is not dealing with Necrotics nearly as heavily. Zakati is going to pop the pet up and running. Going to be able to trick it out of that stun. Zakati find himself super low. That's going to be safe to Trinket. And a transfusion coming out. Nyx is going to trick it out of that stun. And is going to keep trucking the damage. But now the health is starting to reverse. Zakati has plenty of health. Nyx does not. Nyx popping in the AMS a little bit early. And Zakati's just going to run away from the guy. He just decided, you know what? I don't want to fight them. Nope. I'm going to chain of ice and run away. Nope. I don't want to do it. He just ran in the other direction from the guy. He just going to walk by. Make sure to dot him. Make sure to hit him with a ability or two. Chain of ice and run away. He's just like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Lichborn for Zakati to tank up the damage, and same for Nyx, as Zakati got massive Necrotics up and running. But that's going to be a transfusion for Nyx, busting through those Necrotics fairly easily and continuing to truck. And Zakati getting that Abomination up and running. Needs to get the Army of the Dead to join in too. That's going to be stunned. Zakati has no answer for it, has no way to deal with it right now. Actually, going down quite low in damage as Nyx just keeps pressuring. Death back coming in for Zakati. Grip for Nyx, not letting this wolf go anywhere with the chains of ice to continue to rot him down. Does get the Army of the Dead, but Zakati is still fully necrotic out. He can't do anything about this right now. Nyx also popping death back just to maintain his health so he can go super hyper offensive stun by Zakati onto Nyx with an AMS to follow. Massive transfusion healing coming in, and Nyx might be able to do the same thing in just a little bit. You gotta just run. He says, oh, I don't want to do it. No, no, no. Get him away from me. Get this guy away from me, man. Oh, and Zakati's pet is dead too. Zakati's pet is dead. One, oh, never mind. There they are. I thought the pet died. Where's the pet? There it is. Both of them are here. And that's going to be a stun onto Nyx. Zakati finally getting himself a bit of a break. Stun onto Zakati. No trinket available. Does Nyx have enough damage right now? He might have enough. Zakati is going to continue to spam and death strikes as best he can. Maledict onto Zakati. Does not have a pre-MS available. And actually, this could be the end. Nyx taking him out. It looks like Frost Death Knight beats the big bad wolf. Nyx just putting pressure on the Frost DK. I like it. Athaman is up next. Got himself a big old pumpkin head, pounding damage back into Nyx. Gonna be Lichborn coming in for Nyx to deal with the damage of Atha. Atha getting that Shield of Vengeance a little bit early. Athaman might even be able to use that Shield of Vengeance to clap damage back into Nyx. He's gonna go for a transfusion. That's exactly what Athaman is gonna do. AMS coming in, but that's gonna be blood of the enemy though. So a lot of the damage is going to be absorbed. Nyx is still fully healthy right now, still ready to go. Stun onto Atha. He does have adaptation. Adaptation broke out a little bit late though. It didn't break almost instantly, but it took like a second and then it broke. So I don't like when it does that. Hopefully it's not lagging or anything. Could be maybe on my end. Maybe that's what I'm saying, because I am from US and I'm watching an EU duel. So honestly, it could be me. But Athaman is fighting so quite low and having to go away. And Nyx is actually going to change his edict, I think, to physical damage or magic. It looks like he changed it to physical damage. I think if it's a yellow, it's physical. But Athaman is mostly magical damage, though. So I don't really know if that will do anything. Flip side, Zakati is mostly physical damage. Some of it is magical, like that dot. And I think Nyx can live through it. But Atha is not looking that healthy right now. Might have to bop a bubble here. Super low in health, and Nyx just keeps trucking him stun. It is definitely going to be a bubble, and let's go for a bubble so he can get himself a full reset. In a bop, however, he would be interrupted. Or at least Nyx will be able to get the interrupt, since that is technically a spell. And I would go through all that damage pressure. Athaman decided, you know what, I'm going to try the Zakati strat. Try running away from this little goblin. By the way, that's a good looking goblin. Look at Nyx, man. That's a good looking model, man. He's a pirate and everything, so I appreciate it. If I, as an Owl main, all outlaws have captains of their own ship, I would have Nyx on my crew. He'll be my right hand man. It looks like Nyx is actually going to go for a bit of a Declare Edict. Changes damage to magic damage since Athaman is mostly holy damage. Decided, you know what? Not as much. Or maybe listen to me. Oh, I don't know that it maybe affected that. But that's going to be a stun. Atho popping in a bop. And that's all he's really got. Nyx can still get some pressure on him. But he can't really catch up to Atho to interrupt any of his casts and any of his heals. Does have the Crucibles there to keep trucking Atho though. And Bop is down, grips Atho in. He's going to go for his last hurrah. Wings are up and running. Needs to get himself some heals rolling. But that AMS from Nyx and the Maledict is going to make it harder. And does go down to Nyx, the Frost DK. Who is left? It's going to be Asher and Voida. One of you guys got to go next. Voida or Asher, either one. Maybe one of you. Alright, nice. You better change your edict right now. I would go for physical damage. Look at that and do a little bit of a bow. You're handsome, boy. They actually look quite good. Like as a Death Knight, they look really, really good. I don't know about the non-Death Knight, but Death Knights they really look good. Voida is going to be opening up as an Outlaw again. Stun onto Nyx. He's going to get a stun back onto Voida. That's going to be quite a lot of damage already coming down to this Outlaw Rogue. And even while Nyx is stunned, the Remorseless Winter around him still keeps doing damage. And when the build that Nyx has, which probably really buffs the damage of that for more consistency, it's quite good. Transfusion coming out for Nyx. This is going to be a parry for Voida with a Cloak of Shadows. Trying to stop any kind of healing for Nyx. Even trying to stop any kind of magical damage from the guy. But he's going to get Remorseless back up and running. Chickens out of that stun. Nyx actually is kind of down on cooldowns a little bit. Didn't remember to switch his Edict though for physical damage. Probably should have done that a little bit earlier. Might want to go do this right now with Voida. And it's actually kind of low on health. He's going to have to pop Lichborn as he's getting lower and lower in health. Does get quite a bit Crucible onto Voida. And actually getting a grip through the Tombstone. Still the blind connects. And Voida looking to catch a reset if they ever can. Spawnmon coming out. Yeah, here we go. Changing the Declare Edict. And it is going to be yellow. That's all going to be physical damage now. Which is going to be good because Asher and Voida are all physical damage. Walking right next to the Rogue. Almost as if he knows exactly where he is at. But for Voida, going to have to go for a reset. Drink some Tippy Cups. And we're going to have to wait until they open up onto Nyx. He's going to get himself Crucible. And that's the advantage of running Crucible for a Death Knight. Right? It's good consistent damage, one. Second, it's a great self-heal. Actually, the best trait for duels, unless you're trying to go for the big blood of the enemy, which also can be good. Paladins, sub-rogues have done it. Ferals use it a lot too. So many opportunities, so many playstyle differences. You know what I mean? But the Crucible, though, is just so nice. And it's the welfare. That's the welfare essence, too. But it's just so good. Nyx actually does get to tag Voida out of stealth with a Remorseless Winter. Voida got a little bit too close, and that's going to be Death Knight finally going in for a bit of damage. Get himself a little bit of that Pillar of Frost to get the damage rolling. Maledict onto Voida does eat a stun for a second. Lichborn's out of it with a Transfusion to follow. Voida does have a couple defenses. Vanish available. Sheet Death is available as well. Don't really know if they'll be able to use much value out of it. But what is getting lower and lower. Vanish coming out. Does grapple away from Nyx. But I think the dot Remorseless Window is still on him. Nyx does see him. Is going to get that Touch of Death proccing. And a Crucible to finish him off. What a flashy finisher. And Asher is up next. Getting a spinning crane kick already onto Nyx. And it's going to open up with a Touch of Death. Going to go for the big damage right now. Popping on the trinket for that extra health, I think. Maybe he'll do that towards the end. Nyx is going to have to go for a bit of a death bag, but all that health is necrotic right now. He needs to get himself a transfusion rolling ASAP. He's trying to go for some death strikes, try to recover any kind of health he can at 30% dampening. Stun onto Asher, but it doesn't look like he has enough left. And down he goes. Asher taken out of the Frost DK. Who's up next is going to be out of the ATS for that helmet that's all a little bit too tight. Or La. Either one of you guys. One of you guys got to go next. Seriously, what is wrong with that I just said? Why? Blizzard, what'd you do? What? Is that like that only for undead? Or is that like that for everybody? Because I want to use it on my mage now. It actually looks kind of cool. It actually kind of looks cool. Like if that was designed like that to be like a face mask with an eye, like a Dalaran eye, that would be cool. But it's not designed like that, so I don't know what they were thinking. Lai's going to be up next versus Asher. He's already popping on the wall. Going to be a leg soup. Lai's going to check it out immediately. And a fear onto Asher as he got his boys out. The image is up and running. Going to be a Shadow Fiend. And all the dots rolling. Asher karming a little bit early. Mind Control trying to come out for La. Do they get that Mind Control? Actually going to have to go for Disperse with Empirical Brace rolling. So that's two defensive cooldowns used at the same time. Short in cap onto La. Does get a siphon onto Asher. He needs to eliminate that thing immediately. Trying to go for another mind control onto Asher. Does stop the Fist of Fury, but he's still getting fisted by the other images. Lies in a really bad spot. Needs to go for a little bit of a heal. Hopefully he was able to juke out a heal by or an interrupt by Asher. Short stun onto the monk. Is going to re-dot him up. Try to get a shot him in or two. Won't be able to do that much. It's going to be Azeroth beam right now. Does he have enough for that Azeroth beam in order to get the damage back to Asher? Does not. And Asher does get to take out La. Shadow Priestess don't even stand a chance against the monk in the end. And next is going to be ATH. Hopefully you can see him. And again, like if it looks like a face. Like look, there's a left eyeball and right eyeball. It almost looks like a face, like a sad face. Like look, like oh, I'm so sad. He's gonna go for food. He's gonna let Asher have a full reset. It's gonna be an arcane mage that has the least amount of damage, mostly sustain heavy, versus Asher with a hit and run playstyle and lots of healing. This could be the longest duel to end the duel. Holy crap! I'm gonna get a different song going for that. All right, ATH, give him a nice bow, and they're off. Roll up early for Asher as he needs to get himself a setup. Touch of Death coming out into ATH. Early strong opener does blink out of it immediately and a trinket out of that leg sweep. And Asher is going to go for a bit of that suppressed magic or diffused magic in order to reduce the amount of magic damage is taken early on. Bring a piece onto Asher or ATH to boop him out of the way. LATH got his slows, needs to get the slows back up and running into Asher, needs to keep cycling through the slows every single roll, every single dragon kick. Fist of Fury catches him out in the open. Asher is going to burn wall in order to give himself a little bit of value for the damage he's got going on. Ice block coming out for ATH. Asher is expecting for him to come out and won't interrupt at any moment. And that's going to be ATH popping in some cooldowns, trying to get those big arcane missiles while running circles around Asher. No ice block means no way to deal with that karma immediately. Trying to go for a bit of a polymorph. Does get a root onto Asher. Does he have? He does not have a Tiger's Loss. He's actually going to polymorph Asher, letting him reheal to full. Is that going to be a good move for ATH though? That's going to be a full reheal for Asher. And ATH, all he can do is get himself maybe a Crucible going for a self-heal. Does get a knock-up as Asher goes for a bit of a roll. That's going to be Dragon Kick. Try to get a leg sweep. Missing that leg sweep is going to be quite crucial. And Asher, I think, is kind of out of mobility for a moment. So it's going to kind of just take all that damage from afar. And he's going to pour behind the room. He's actually going to go into this cubby hole right here. Asher's going to be forced to push up if he wants to get any damage. But for Asher, that's perfect opportunity to get some melee damage rolling. So he's actually just going to let the monk get himself a full reheal. And Asher could go for some food right now. I think he's actually going to like, come on. Come on, dude. What are you doing? Are you serious? Asher missing the dragon kick. ATH didn't even have to blink for that one. He's going to blink around. In-cap coming out. Does land that in-cap images are available. Does ATH have anything? Does get a root onto that Fist of Fury and a short invis in order to get himself a little bit of a defensive rolling boop coming out from that Ring of Peace. Asher cycling through the diffuse magic. ATH needs to go back to slows. That's going to be one blink from him right now. Does Asher have any mobility? Rolls up, but still slow completely. Does ATH have a way to blink back maybe? He's going to Dragon Kick to catch up to ATH for just a moment. Touch of Death does come in. ATH might be in a bad spot. Leg sweep comes in. Touch of Death still could do a lot of damage. He's super low in health. I think Touch of Death is going to end up taking him out, and down he goes. Oh, man. Come on, Asher. Who runs into a corner of a room and just starts healing? Ah, man. That was rough. Because that's where ATH just can't even walk in, dude. If he walks in, he's done for. He's in melee range with Asher. He could just get him up. He just clap him up. Purple, do you got a group? Hey, A-team. Fuck yeah, let's go. Fuck yeah, let's go. It's my Mog. You gotta respect it. You meant to go that as a Mog? I didn't think you would mean to go that as a Mog. Still are. Would like to face Fortune. Right, Raven. My people didn't get to play. All right, let's get Fortune versus Purple, and we'll start mixing you guys a bit. Alex also wants to play, so we'll get so Candy and Alex played already. I guess we'll get Candy and Alex later. EU, what is it? 8, 9, something like that. Alex got a groups, but let's get Night Raven. They've been waiting patiently. Who's inside my chest? What the fuck? What the fuck are you? Why is the name inside my chest? What? Alright. Bye. Okay. Night Raven and Purple. We haven't seen Purple in quite a bit. Alrighty, boys. Let's go. Any EU Horde groups up? There might be. You guys are more than welcome to check. Outlet has low chances always. I love them, but you have the DPS to solo target. Outlet can do quite a bit of DPS. You have to run Crucible though, and you have to have Conflict of Strife rank 3 for that versatility, and you have to play with specific Azeroth traits. Outlet can do good damage, but you need to be prepared. You need to have the good gear. Some specs in the game don't need the best gear and traits in order to do decent damage. For Outlet, however, you are behind in PvP until you get the best in slot. So you can do it. It's just very gear. It's just very gear dependent. I mean, unless you can roll like a 5 buff every time. Yeah, maybe that's what Blizzard just had to balance it for PvP. Either way, let's get another group going, boys. We got ourselves life, we got ourselves death, existential crisis on our hands. Alright, let's take a look at these boys. We got ourselves Team Red with Carrie in the back as a Fury Warrior Fortune. Hopefully won't go first to take out the whole team. Saltina. Hopefully we'll get to play Snoopy and Mizik versus Team Blue. We got ourselves Life. We got ourselves Death. We got ourselves Purple Hazer. We got ourselves OMG. It's a comb! And Q? We're gonna call it Q. We're gonna call it Q. Q versus Carrie is gonna go for a bit of a Reflect a little bit early versus Q, and they're gonna go for a bit of a Thorns, trying to get the hell away. Wall coming out versus Carrie. Carrie taking quite a lot of damage in the opener. Fear onto Q for just a second. Big bite coming out though, and a root. Carrie's gonna trick it out of the root. Next bash could put him in a bad spot. Does get some auto attacks through the wall. Carrie's gonna have one hell of a run. Versus a Feral, that's just the worst. But he stays hyper aggressive. He doesn't play defensive at all against the kitty cat. And Q is going to get the opportunity to get himself a little bit of a rejuve. Stormbolt doesn't have a trinket for it, actually. And Carrie is going to be able to get quite a value on him. Didn't have all the rage in order to get a big rampage going, though. But it's going to be quite a nice under-rot trinket, giving him quite a bit of healing. Although those bleeds from a Feral and the root-based playstyle, oh yeah, Carrie's going to have to change his playstyle for this. He's going to go for a bit of a leap on top of Q as they get himself into re-stealth. It's going to be Reflect. Needs to get a massive rampage to show the damage they act onto Q. And that's going to be still. Thorns didn't do that much as he wanted. So far, it looks like Carrie is maybe not getting the rage for a big old rampage to really combo back and forth. Maybe he's not getting the procs he needs. But he's not doing quite bad. That's going to be opener by Q, though. Did get away from that AoE whirlwind and got in between the global stun into Q. Carrie's going to go for a bit of a enrage regeneration right now, trying to recover back all that health. But those roots and bleeds are just going to be detrimental for him. Q is playing it super safe right now, just putting bleeds and running away from the guy over and over and over. Carrie, it's going to be impossible. Playing around that pillar in particular is just the smallest pillar in the world. Q does get back in there, and that's going to be Thorns back up and running. Reflect available for Carrie. It's getting those big rampages back to back, dropping Q to about half health, and it's going to hit him with a Fear. Outdoor Trick is going to give him a little bit of healing as well. Stormbolt to follow. Waited out those Thorns as best as he could. Big rampage right now for Carrie. If he can stay on Q as best as possible, does break out of the root for a second, and Q is going to go for a bit of a reset. Doesn't get to intercept him. He does get to intercept him with that charge slow, but he's going to power shift out of it immediately. Big leap by the Warrior. Q is going to go for that renewal right now. Wall is going to be available for Q back to back. Maybe now Q wants to stay with Carrie. Maybe get him low and then finish him off with a double wall. Get the damage rolling. But Q right now is not. It looks like the table is starting to get turned on the Feral. Carrie is not going to have his enrage regen for like 50 seconds. Does land a Stormbolt onto Q, and they're going to go for a Thorns Reflect coming out for those Thorns. He's going to try to see if he can blast through the Thorns the best as he can. He's kind of lowish on health, but he's going to get a charge back at Q to follow. Bloodthirsts are coming out back to back. Q is getting quite low. Might have to start popping walls as they're trying to get some damage onto Carrie. Carrie just got himself more Bloodthirsts back-to-back, Rampages back-to-back. And Q's just going to try to see if he can bail out of there. The Feral is retreating. Wall coming out. Maybe now he wants to go for a bit of damage. Reflect coming out for Carrie a little bit early. No, that might have been a mistake right now. Safety ticket for Q early. No, for Carrie, that's so bad. Because next Thorns, he's just going to be in a rough spot. Hopefully he'll have a Fear for those Thorns or something. As Q's trying to get back in, did not get a Sun Opener. Stormbolt, however, Carrie might be able to get himself big rampages in. Does not have the rage, but does establish his buffs, and that's it. This is the moment I was talking about. He's going to get himself rampage rolling, trying to see if he can get a charge, and did have a Reflect back up, it looked like, by then. And Q stopped it with a stun. Carrie, looking pretty healthy, though. Won't have a trinket for a while. I think he just human trinketed not long ago. So it's going to be a minute 30. Does catch the Feral with a massive leap to the other side. Also has a massive heal ready if he needs to. And Q is just going to get a double stun on the guy, making sure to get that last stun in order to get that root. But Stormbolt to follow him right afterwards does get himself yet another renewal. No walls available. This man is living in a house with no walls. The ceiling is going to collapse, and Carrie's going to be the massive meteor crash to the top of that ceiling. Hopefully get some insurance for that house, man. That's going to be Thorns up and running, but Reflect available for Carrie. Can reflect a lot of the damage. Big Rampages reflecting a lot of that. And again, all the Q can do is just get some roots on the Carry, but he's still trucking, man. It's like a defensive intercept from the Feral. Stormbolt coming out. Does he have the big damage to follow up? He does not, but is still putting a lot of pressure onto Q. Getting close to the execute range. Might be able to stun into Carry. No way out of it. And Q is going to go to reset yet again. Oh my god, boys. I know you've seen a lot of games where Ferals and Monks are resetting a lot. I know you guys seen a lot of those, right? I can't control how the people are going to play. But Q's trying to play to the end, and Carry is surviving, man. He's a survivalist. Stun is going to be trinketed by Q. Nope, not this one. But does have a trinket if he needs to. Carry, though, getting some quite a bit of pressure towards the end of that stun, however. Wall up for Q, and Carry just has a rampage rolling. He still wants to make as much pressure happen onto the Feral. Thorns are up. Does have a rampage for it. Oh, my God. That was quite a big bit of damage into an execute. Oh my god, turn those Thorns around on him. The reason why Thorns play works for Fury Warriors, to explain it real quick, if you guys were not aware, Thorns reflects on single hit. Rampage is not one big hit, it's a bunch of little hits that together calculate as a massive hit. But because they're separated as a bunch of little hits, every one of those hits get reflected, it can get hit by Thorns. So if you're a warrior without a reflect, you're just gonna die to a Feral with full Thorns in a Rampage. But if they have reflect, every one of them gets reflected back to the Feral. So you can basically like double his damage. Or even more, especially if it's like an undergeared Fury Warrior that doesn't do a lot of damage Rampages. It's going to be versus it's a Comb. Comb getting a stun onto Carry for just a second. He breaks out immediately. It's going to be Comb trying to see if he can get himself a Crucible. This could drop him super low. No evasion. At some point, he lost his evasion. Blind onto Carry. He wanted to shadow step and won't be able to, but that stun is not going to keep him in combat for long. It's going to be a full reset. And Carry is going to Zerk Rage out of it. I completely missed scope. Ooh, get it hit with the AoE. How does Carry know where they are? Full Kidney coming out. Does Insacombe have a playstyle here to follow up? No evasion might be tough, and Carry could have a single stun available. It's going to be disarm onto Insacombe for a second. Does have Rampage rolling. This man is looking really vicious. Those Rampages are coming out back to back. Maybe he can get a charge onto Insacombe. Getting those Rampages through the wall. He's still getting those hits. He's still auto-attacking through the wall. Insacombe better stay away from the boxes. If Carry has any kind of setup, man, he got it. Oh my god, Insacombe can't catch a reset. He's getting an auto-text through the wall. He actually might die to auto-text through the wall. Does get himself a sippy cup. He's not letting Carry go anywhere. He's keeping him slowed back there, dude. He's keeping him slowed. How can melee attack through a wall? No idea, but they do. That's going to be Carry getting hit with a Garrote into a stun. If he has a stun for Insacombe, it's dead, man. It's lights out. Insacombe trying to maintain their health. Needs to get another sippy cup available. Carry trying to go for a leap. Does get a Stormbolt around the corner like that, but Insacombe trinkets out of it. He's just in such a bad spot. Any ability was going to be an execute for the guy. Oh no, catches a reset and Carry. Nope, does not find him. Oh, Sap into Fortune. Something got him out of stealth. No idea what. Was it Sap and Fortune getting him out of stealth? Probably shouldn't have done that because he just got a straight up charge into the guy. So Insacombe came out of stealth for a second. Carry's still trying to get those auto attacks in. Insacombe, you might as well start auto attacking him through. You at least get a poison on him to slow him down because he's just running, he's just attacking you. Oh my god. If Insacombe comes back somehow, I'll be surprised, but it looks like that's going to be lights out for this bad boy. Carry taking out another one. He went through the hardest fight of it all versus a Feral. And now he's having to go against Death right now with another Feral. Let's see how bad it's going to be. Walking out for Death immediately does not have Renewal as a playstyle. Is going to throw out a Crucible over at Carry. That's quite a lot of damage that the Warrior is taking right now. Fear onto Death. He trickles out of it immediately. Does he have Thorns up and running? Does he use Thorns for his playstyle? Carry is just continuing to heal. That Entourage Trinket is just doing value for him. Stun onto Death. Does a wall up and running. So Carry is not going to be able to get through the tough exterior. That is the Feral with a wall. Bash into Carry. Shortest bash in the world, however. And Death is getting inching closer and closer to the execute, even popping in bear form, get himself a frenzied regeneration just to get himself whatever heal he can, trying to survive the onslaught that the Fury Warrior is putting out of the guy. But it doesn't look like he's able to recover, and looks like his health is inching towards closer and closer to execute. And Carry is just going to get a slam in there, slamming him out. Next up, it's going to be Purple. Alright, Purple, let's see how this goes, my dude. Let's see how that goes. Kidney shot onto Carry. It's going to get a Crucible in the opener. He's just going to bail out of the Carry, getting a leap. Stun onto Purple Haze. He's going to shrink it out of it. Everybody is shrinking this morning to stun. They know they're going to take a lot of damage from this man. Then all the Carry can do is just mount up and hopefully get the AoE out. Maybe whiff Purple Hazer out of it. Actually, Purple Hazer gets an auto attack in. Carry gets far enough to get a charge in. That's going to be evasion for Purple Haze. Oh no, Purple getting an evasion maybe a little bit early. Carry's just waiting it out. Blind onto Carry. He doesn't have a trinket. But Purple is going through a lot of defensives. Evasion, blind, no trinket. Well, he has a vanish, maybe a cloak. I don't know if he can cloak with Carry, honestly. But that's still lots of damage that can come out of this Fury Warrior. Maybe Purple has like a trait that gives him some healing while he's cloaked. Maybe that'll be value, but doubt it. It's going to be a Garrod onto Carry right now. Maybe a stun to follow. Carry does go for Enrage Regeneration. Does he get to find Purple Haze though? Trying to hit him with a slow. But Purple Haze is somehow find himself out of stealth. I guess maybe Hot Blood, Cold Steel is going to be the bleed that Carry put on him. Someone caught him out of stealth for a second. But it's going to be a defensive down for Carry though. Might have to go for a rant. He's going to have a trinket, it looks like. By the looks of it, he might have a trinket available. So next time Purple Haze has a big setup, he might have that. Purple is just out of cooldowns, however. Sound onto Carry, but he's going to back up for Snow. He decided to stay in there. He gave Kidney. Gonna put some dots. Gonna try to play the bleed play style like that Feral. And Carry's gonna try to see if he can maybe juke him out. He's trying to walk away from one direction and maybe leap in the other. Trying to, if Purple Haze was running at him, he would have gotten him just now. Not gonna happen. Another sap does rage out of it. Not gonna find the rogue. Super low in health. Not gonna find the rogue. Should have a trinket. Probably just waiting for his cooldowns, I think, at this point, kind of. Get a shot onto Carry. And he's still playing super defensively. Just put dots or run away. Get the health away from the guy. Strong ball into Purple Haze. Carry's gonna go for a big old rampage. He's gonna be able to get himself a big rampage in there. Trying to rebuild his rage right now. Does someone to Purple. He's gonna cloak his shadows right now. Carry still trying to see if he can stay on the guy. Trying to get away to get a charge in. But he's not going to be able to do it. Doesn't have any more heals available at all. Does have to go for a commanding shout, but the commanding shout is going to wear off eventually. Purple is on the other side of the pillar. Does have a trinket backup. Evasion almost available. Maybe Carry will have a chance to do something here at one point or another, but he's held so low. Underrot trinket is going to give him a bit of a heal. Fear onto Purple Haze immediately into a Stormbolt. But evasion, I guess. Carry is super low on health. Dots are up and running. Purple does take him out. I think he just evaded. Did he shrink? Did he? I know he hit him with a Fear and then the Stormbolt came in. It looked like Purple Haze trinketed the Fear at the end, or maybe he trinketed the Stormbolt. Or maybe he evasioned the Stormbolt. I was under the impression you could not evasion Stormbolt. But maybe you can. Either way, Carry made himself a name. 3 people back to back. Very well played. Very good game against that first Feral. Holy crap. And Saltina as a Shadow Priest is going to be up next. It's going to be the worst matchup. Maybe the second worst matchup you could have. Versus Purple. I guess the worst matchup would be like a Monk or a Demon Hunter or a Feral for a Priest. But with Purple Haze, he has Cloak of Shadows very, very soon. Evasion available very, very soon. He's not going in at him. He's not going in. Maybe Saltina might have to go pick up the eye, though. So he might have to pick up the eye in order to find Purple Haze. He's going to the eye near... Well, yeah, he is going to the eye nearby. Purple Haze wants to get a sap off of that. Does land a kidney instead. Saltina's just going to have to find a way to deal with this. Needs to get some sort of CC onto Purple. Needs to get the dots rolling as well. Is going to get the Psy Fiend or Shadow Fiend rolling right now. Into a stun to Purple Haze. Getting the dots up and running. Does have the Guardian of Azeroth rolling too. So I think she'll be able to slap him up with a Siphon on top of it as well. Vanish for Purple Haze though. So that's going to be your, basically, it's almost like a Demonology Warlock right now. Your welfare Demonology Warlock Saltina out in the open with the Guardian of Azeroth, slapping around Purple. Getting the shot onto Saltina. Does have, Shadow, does have, God. Was it defensive for Shadow Priest again? I do so many of these duels, I forget things so easily. Disperse. I literally forget the name Disperse. That's the second time I've done it in a video. He does have Disperse. He does have Life Swap. I think he gripped a Fortune nearby. For maybe a Life Swap, so at least he's nearby. Does swap with him. Did it swap within stuns? He swapped pretty quickly. Did it swap in between stuns? Is that what he's trying to do? Grip him and swap him? That's going to be Purple. Try to see if he can catch another reset on Saltina. Got dots rolling, but he's not going to come out of stealth. I guess until he has every cooldown available. Saltina might have to go for another eye, man. Garou, try to see if he can run away from the Garou, but the kidney shot is going to connect. Does land a Siphon onto Haze. That Siphon is going to do some damage. Probably Haze probably should eliminate that thing when he can. That's just some freebie damage that he does not need to take at all. Saltino looking to maybe get a bit of a heal. Maybe catch the rogue before he finds a re-stealth. Does get a dot rolling at least. Stun into purple. He doesn't have an answer for it. Saltina is able to get him at least one Mind Blast and the dots and trying to do whatever he can with the rest of that damage. Silence into purple. Doesn't do anything though. Saltina is going to get hit in the stun while Disperse is up and running. Purple Haze is getting right back in there. The Muckfire and Venom, he's just trucking him. And Saltina does get himself a bit of that Void Eruption in a Void form. I guess Purple did have himself that Void Elf Ritual available. Maybe that's what he did. Void Elf, Shadow Stepped, did as much damage as he could. Try to see if he can Void Elf back. Santina does have Vampiric Embrace. Is that going to be enough though? Is Vamp Embrace going to be enough to get some of that dot damage onto Purple to come back as a health? Siphon is coming down into Purple. He does not kill it. That's going to slow him down quite a bit. Force him to use advantage. Garona to Saltina. I don't think they have a single chance. Fear coming out at last moment. That Siphon is actually doing quite a bit of damage. He's going to try to see if he can get a dot in there onto Purple. But that's all he's got. Into instant cheap shot by Mizik. And down he goes. Fortin. Wait. Life is the last one left. Okay. It's going to be Life versus Mizik. Trying to get a dot on him. But Mizik does catch a reset. Alrighty, Mizik. That's going to be a Subtlety Rogue versus a Shadow Priest instead of an Assassination Rogue, which I think is a little bit easier of a duel to watch. Just because I feel Assassination Rogue should never lose to a Clothy, you know what I mean? Maybe an Arcane Mage, but if you play it right, geez, the dot damage you can put out. Oh, the Mizik is doing the same mistake as Purple. He's just letting that Siphon live. Although he's getting quite offensive with life. You're just pumping him full of damage. Blind to stop him from casting for a second. Maybe he'll Trinket. That's exactly what Mizik went for as he got hit with a bit of a Maledict. And he's going to get back around top of Life, trying to get the Services back to back. Does interrupt the Void Eruption. Life does not have an instant cast Void Eruption. And it does go down. That's it, right? That's it. Yeah. Wow. Carry put out so much damage. Oh my goodness, my boy. 5 million into all the guys that he was fighting against. 5 million! I wish we could see. Oh, wait. The Pharaoh put out 2.4 mil healing. That's where most of that 5 million went into. Holy shit. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty, boys. Trinket the Stormbolt. He did Trinket the Stormbolt? Okay, so he did get hit by that at the end. Under Trinket, you don't like it? No? What happened to the good old tanky high damage 0 healing warriors? Good times. That'll be Arms Warrior, but warriors are not that tanky right now. Although, what? Are you kidding me? Mr. Pandari that had a lot of healing. What? 4.5 million healing. Wow. I kind of like it. You know what I mean? You use trinkets and use items within the game in order to get yourself maybe like a, I don't know. I'm not completely 100% against it, is I guess what I would say. Not 100% against it. Your warriors don't need another trick, and some feels already legit stupid. But dude, it allows him to. What are you doing? What are you doing? Your name is literally Simon Chest. Alright. Hi, how's it going? Okay. Hey guys. How's it going? Hey. It has to be Skeet, right? It has to be Skeet. I said it earlier. Heroes that need another. Yeah, some feels are fine, but you know what? Certain classes use them turn. First of all, I can't sign her chest. Yeah, let me just. Yeah. Sign my chest. I don't know. What is it? /ME? I think it's /ME for emotes, right? Is that good enough, boys? Hold on. Is that good enough? /ME. I got my fucking roleplay on cooldown here, boys. Let's go. Thorns is a 1 second internal LCD. It doesn't get hit by Thorns. You have a rampage hit. Oh, doesn't it? Oh, okay. Well, still it's pretty nutty. Still, it's a lot of damage. We can do one more real quick. Yeah, we probably can. 5 out of 5 Mog. Change Mog, so don't worry about it. Alright, Candy. Night Raven just got to play. If Zakati has a group, maybe we can get him in. Alex got 2 new people in his group. I guess we'll do Candy versus Alex. It looks like they're ready. They're learning to see this XD. Yeah, dude. Yeah. You know how it is. You know how it is. Your boy Dal picking up fucking e-girls on fucking World of Warcraft. God damn, now that's real competition right there. Yeah, imagine being a real life human being, feeling like you have to compete for Dalaran's attack. I can't even say it straight face. One more for Snappy. Snappy group. Snappy didn't even get to play. It was Night Raven's group though. Chicken. Get ATS. Oh. Alright, we'll do Cannon versus Alex. We'll see how that goes. We can get Canny versus Alex. Let's get Canny and Alex. Those guys have been waiting for a while. Dirty Fantasies from that sweet album. It has to be Skeet, right? I think it's Skeet. Yeah, it has to be Skeet. Tolveron! Why are we getting Tolveron? Oh no. That's just the biggest arena ever. Maybe it's even too big. You know what I mean? Oh, this could be the longest fucking game because it's just gonna be running and 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 running. Did I save that one? Hope I did. Pretty sure I did. Alrighty, boys. Twitch. What do we got today? We got ourselves. Yeah, boy. Hamburger. You so far. Wait, oh my god. A Spelter! Hey, another boom kit. So we got 2 boom kits on Team Red. We got ATS, Changes Mog, La. We got literally casters. We also got maths. Remember, kids, math, not even once. And we got a healer. I'm gonna hope they're not actually playing, because healers are not allowed. We got Azure, we got ourselves Christia, Mum Mage, and UKL. Why is DVGS a healer? That's a little unfortunate, but it's gonna be Hamburger versus UKL. Demon Hunter getting hit with a root into a silence. Cyclotronic for Hamburger, freebie damage. Oh my god, doing quite an opener there. Getting the dots rolling already. UKL already seen himself see it hit about that 60% dampening. UKL obviously running that Underwatch Trinket though. That's going to be quite a lot of healing. Disarm onto UKL for a second. Does get next to Hamburger with a stun to follow Hamburger, popping back into the booming form. Needs to get those dots refreshed. Needs to find a way to get away from UKL or one shot him right now. Barkson coming in. Might have to go pop in bear form right now and use that renewal. At least that's what I would do. Using that Crucible to get himself a bit of a self-heal. Get him back into cat form just to get the bleeds rolling. He is playing, I think, Feral Affinity. Stun into Hamburger. Is he going to go down right now? Spamming that renewal. Immediately does get it. ASAP. Gets himself a little bit extra health as well. Disarm onto UKL. He could trinket it if he wanted to. But Hamburger is going to be allowed to at least get some dots up and running. Try to get a Cyclone onto UKL. Does he get to interrupted though? Doesn't get to interrupted. Could trick it out of it. Does trick it out of it immediately. That's going to be Hamburger trying to see if he can bail the hell out of there. That's going to be... Metamorphosis finally down for UKL, and Hamburger lived it, boys. He survived the full meta. And now Hamburger is going to be able to finally go back in and get some damage, put a bit of a bleed onto UKL with a stun and try to back up, but it's going to be another Metamorphosis for UKL. Full setup, disarm immediately. So at least he's going to stop some damage from the DH. Needs to pop back into booming form immediately. The Barskin coming out. Back to the travel. Another short stun by UKL. Does have that Underwatch Trinket procket, but not in Metamorphosis. Actually reverse that route for a second. This is going to make it harder for Hamburger to keep running away from the guy, but he's back into that boomy form. Darkness coming down, so UKL is not going to be able to get value out of the darkness. And nice weapons, by the way. He got himself the the Mechagon weapons. Tried to weld Hamburger together. Hamburger does have a disarm if needed. Is going to use a disarm. Super low in health still. Renewal coming back in about 15 seconds. If he can just survive a little bit longer until those 15 seconds, he might have a chance. Imprisoned though, but as he does get a root onto UKL, might give him enough time. Maybe he might be able to get away. He does get himself a Crucible and a re-stealth. Just to make sure he's good on health. Is going to get the opener stun onto UKL. Maybe get some dots. Does have renewal back up. Cyclotronic Blast trying to come out around the corner and won't be able to do it. Does get himself huge heal with that renewal. Trick it up right now. If he can get a root and a silence onto UKL, he might have a chance. Trying to go for a Cyclone. War Stomp Cyclone onto UKL. Does get a Cyclone that Underwatch Trinket. If he can go get himself a full root into a silence onto UKL, maybe a civil Cyclotronic. He does land it. Gets the wombo combo. Is he going to go for a setup? No, he's not going to be able to. UKL busts out of that root by reversing it back onto Hamburger. UKL is still super low on health. Barskin for Hamburger. UKL, does he have an interrupt available? Cyclotronic trying to come out. Does interrupt it, but doesn't interrupt the channel. He only interrupted the cast. Hamburger is going to be able to cast that right back at UKL. Another Cyclotronic coming out right now. Hopefully while in booming form, trying to blast through UKL. A couple Star Surgers coming out. Can this boom can take out the Demon Hunter right now? Is dropping super low in health. Needs anything he can. Root coming out right now onto UKL. It's going to get a Crucible right now. Massive underwater trick and heal for UKL. Just keep it afloat. And a Star Surge does take him out. Let him have an honor duel. Let Hamburger honor duel. Let him heal up. Let him at least heal up to full before you bust damage on him. He's going to get a stun onto Mummy Mage. So at least he's the one who engaged. He's going to have to go for a bit of a run. I guess an Arcane Mage, though, with the mobility he has, Hamburger might have a chance here, man. If he can maintain the dots rolling on himself. Mummy Mage is actually going to blink right next to him. I don't want to say he just has, you know, it's a 100% winner or anything, but he has at least a chance. He might have a setup. He does have Incarnation rolling, too. And that's going to be Guardian of Azeroth going to just cycle it right now and get a regrowth. Mummy Mage took quite a bit of damage already in the opener. If Hamburger can get himself a bit of a stun opener, he's not going to be able to do it with a Guardian of Azeroth, though. I think it's going to keep him in combat for quite a while. Unless he can LS it for a bit. No, it's going to start spiking him from afar. Mummy needs to catch a reset. I think that Guardian, though, is keeping him in combat, so he's not even going to be able to go for food. He knows where Hamburger is. He won't let him restyle, but he can't go for food himself until the Guardian fades away. But then Hamburger is going to be able to catch a restyle. I think that's exactly what's going on. Yep. Food. Expecting the Feral, Boomy, Feral, Boomy, anytime is going to get a Crucible in there, getting those bleeds in there too. Those bleeds doing quite a lot of work actually, look at that. That is great, you're going to throw a shield pretty effectively. Hamburger is basically playing a Feral whenever it's convenient for him. Is going to try to see if he can get a rib back up onto Mummy Mage. And it's going to hit him with that blink. On that blink with a Rude Silence. Mummy Mage trying to go for a bit of damage and it has cooldowns. It's actually going to dredge down Hamburger down to about half his health. It's going to be regrowth. Does not get the interrupt. Does have a temporal though. Good ice block if you wanted to. Cyclotronic trying to come out. Interrupt on Cyclotronic. Cyclone coming in for Hamburger. Won't be able to actually do it. Is still locked out on Arcane Disarm onto Mummy Mage. He's still getting those Arcane Missiles back to back. Cyclotronic coming out. He's going to have to ice block it immediately. That's all he can do at that point. Hamburger is going to catch himself a regrowth. Maybe a catch, a re-stealth as a Feral rip, rake, bleeds, and he's good. I like that Hamburger is trying to go outside of that boomy form. You know what I mean? That's I think what Druid should be about, you know, a bit of cat form, a bit of whatever. Like you specialize in one form, and most of your damage should come from that one form. But if you want to, like, let's say play playstyle, well, let's say as a massive Star Surge at the end, take it out of the boom, take it out of the mage. Let's say like if you're a Boomkin and you go into Feral form as a cooldown to get yourself a little bit extra damage, or vice versa. As a Feral, you have a cooldown to go into Boomy, and it actually does a lot of damage. I think stuff like that would be really, really cool. You know what I mean? I know Finner is like, lets you use abilities from other resources, but what if it was a cooldown, right? Like a rest affinity, you become a tree for a second, you can actually get some decent heals out. I think stuff like that would be really, really cool. Give more hybridness to the druids. But the next up is going to be Azure playing out that assassination. Hamburger got his work cut out for him. That's going to be Phantom Nice. Does pick up the eyes. Garota's going to happen. Getting the shot to follow. Hamburger could pop Barskin. He does pop Barskin immediately onto this burst out of Azure Shiv. It's going to hit him with a root. That's going to be a Cloak of Shadows for Azure just to get out of that root, though. Doesn't want to deal with Hamburger's BS right now. Hamburger got himself renewal coming up very, very soon. Disarm onto Azure. Does not have a Cloak of Shadows for it or a Trinket for the time being. Actually, should have a Trinket. It doesn't look like he does, but somebody did leave one on Team Blue, so you should have a Trinket. Hamburger, though, super low in health. Catch himself a reset. He does not know where Azure Shiv is at, though, so he needs to find himself a good spot where he can go out for a reheal. And Azure Shiv is all the way on the other side of the pillar. Is this where Hamburger goes for a heal? He knows that Azure Shiv is going to be somewhere out there. He needs to decide, does he go for a heal or does he just stay in stealth? Decides to go for a heal. Azure Shiv sees him immediately. Gets himself a Crucible, pops in bear form. Expecting the damage out of the rogue immediately. It's going to be Garrote. Going to get himself a kidney shot. Warstorm coming out in between. Cyclone trying to come out. Does get interrupted. Hamburger couldn't get a Cyclone out fast enough. Very unlucky. Very, very unlucky. Killing the shot coming out for Azure. Is Azure running a Trinket or Relentless maybe? He's going to get hit with a... He's going to vanish out of that root immediately. That's going to be a Maledict onto Azure. Does get hit with a Disarm. Try to see if he can get himself. No, doesn't even get hit with a maledict actually. It looked like he did, but might have been another trinket for Hamburger. Or might have been another effect. Does get a full cyclotronic onto Azure, but he doesn't have a lot of health. Has a renewal if he needs to use it. Might want to use it while in bear form. Get himself all that health. Bear form, renewal. Doesn't have a trinket for a while. Trying to get some damage into Azure. Azure is going to go for full setup right now. Trying to get a kidney shot, maybe in Venoms. Hamburger still got quite a lot of cooldowns available for himself. Root onto Azure. Try to see if he can walk away from the guy. Smoke bomb for Azure. Hamburger is going to go for a regrowth or two. Could be a setup for Azure. Does get in there, put a bleed or two on the guy. Azure still could get himself a full kidney shot. Hamburger try to get a Star Surge in. That's going to be a disarm onto Azure for a second. Oh my god, this boom can actually beat an assassination rogue. Oh my god. Wait a second. I thought it was over. I thought it was done. I thought we were over with. Hamburger. My man. I stopped believing you at the end, dude. I was thinking, oh no, this is the end. Oh, I can't watch. Oh no. And then he gets him. And Christy is being a good sport about it. Letting him heal up to full. What is CVGS? Are you actually trying to play as a feral in like boomy form? Or resto form? I don't understand what that is. I don't understand. I don't know if he's real or not. Maybe he made a mistake. But it's going to be Hamburger giving a nice bout to Christia. I guess a Paladin is going to be, just about any class, is a hard one to verse for a Boomkin. But a Paladin does get him hit with a root into a silence. Hamburger trying to get himself around the corner a little bit. Does not use the damage while in boomy form. So I think he's missing some of that damage. I think he does more damage while in boomy form though. But I could be wrong. Does catch a restealth. Is going to get another stun to Christia. Trying to get those dots up and running. Another Crucible. Christia fighting himself at about 60% health. Shield of Vengeance is coming out. As Hamburger does have cooldowns rolling right now. Trying to get any cast off he can. Shield of Vengeance does pop back to Hamburger. He does have Bark Skin for this damage. No wings for Christia right now. But he's still super low in health. He's going to get himself extra health and renewal to max the value of that healing. Speaking about healing, Christy is just going to try to see if he can counter Hamburger by just healing into his face. Almost got a Cyclotronic off, which would have definitely been a bubble out of Christy. And Christy is looking just to get himself to the other pillar, try to reposition and get himself a better heals. Knowing that Hamburger is in cat form, knows he can't really move fast. They're actually going to go for food instead of using his own mana. Trinket immediately, Cyclotronic trying to come out for Hamburger. I don't know if Christy went for an interrupt there. Maybe he tried to go for a rebuke, but that's still a lot of damage just crashing onto the Paladin by the Boomy. And Boomy is going to eat the blood of the enemy damage with wings coming out. Christia is going to continue trucking damage on Hamburger. He just needs to survive just a little bit longer. Christia is super low in health. This time coming out. Hamburger to see everything. No! And down he goes. See if he just had one more global. It would have stood a chance. That's rough. Alright, well, whoever's next, it looks like it is going to be La. He's given Christia an opportunity to at least get a full heal. So Lazy being super, super nice about it. What an honest guy. What an honest dude. Can you ban Magic Broom from these duels? It's like trying to ban a trinket, specific trinket from duels. I really cannot. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, if somebody does use a broom, they'll be like, alright guys, that guy just used the broom, we gotta leave. Everybody leave, recount, reset. No, I can't really ban it, man. It's part of the holiday. And it's like, it's just not worth for me to make something bannable, because I can't kick him out. Like, if I could kick someone for using an item, I would, but since I can't, everything's allowed. Plus, I don't want to be too much of a stickler about it. Speaking about stickler, Christia! That's not even, doesn't even make sense if I'm about to say it. But Christia is actually taking quite a lot of damage from the Shadow Priest right now. Mind's here coming out for a lot. I guess he got a proc. Christia is super low in health. Does catch him out. DVGS is a resto, so I guess he wasn't a real player. At least he's been a good sport about it. Or maybe not. Maybe I said it a little too early. Or maybe not. He's been a train dummy. I'm kind of sad that Maths never get to play. That's the first time we've seen that guy. Poor boy. Bumpkin is like payday, I love it. Bumpkin is tough, man. Bumpkins are tough. Bumpkin is unbelievable. Shall be the title. I might just do it because I didn't believe he could kill that rogue. To be honest, it wouldn't be a far-fetched clickbait title because I didn't believe he could kill that rogue. I thought it was over. Alrighty. Alrighty, boys. That's gonna be it for us. How well did he do? 3.3 mil. 2.8 mil. Not bad, Hamburger. Not bad. You know, Hamburger been trying. He's been grinding, man. He's been grinding as a balanced droid in these duels. Trying in over and over from a counter matchup to a counter matchup, and trying to keep his head above water, trying to keep us cool, trying to enjoy. And he finally did it. God damn. God damn. I like it, dude. I like it. Wow, this droid is unbalanced. That would be a good title name too, actually. Unbalanced. It's just YouTube has a very hard time with like if I want to, I think a lot of you guys that subscribe to the channel, you will see the title and you'll be like, haha, that's funny. But if I want the YouTube to recommend it, unbalanced, it would be too much of an inside joke. But maybe. That actually sounds kind of cool. Unbalanced. I'll see. Alrighty, guys. Alrighty. Because I want everybody to see that duel. That was quite insane. Actually, a majority of these duels are going to be put up. But that's going to be it for me, guys. It is 7:25. And we're going to call it here. I got other things I got to take care of later today. I'll probably say this multiple times, boys. But I'll be doing a move anytime between now and before November the 1st. Because I got to be out of this place by November the 1st. Not to pay rent for the next month. And the other place, like, it's approved. I have it. There's the question of like, hey, can we get keys a little bit early? So hopefully they'll get back to us on that. Yeah, so the next 2 weeks are going to be a little bit hectic. And I feel like right now I better go and get some editing done. Just to make sure to always be prepped, you know what I mean? I'm the kind of guy that's always prepping right now for like the apocalypse, so I gotta make sure my bunker is stocked with food and all of that. You know, never know when things are gonna hit, because things are gonna be fast. Things are gonna just be happening super quick. So I want to make sure I'm prepared. I want to make this move. Every move that I've done, and I've done a couple moves ever since living in the States, they've all been stressful. Like maybe it's just me, but they've all been like very, very extremely stressful. It's just never fun, right? I'm exhausted every time by them, and it's mentally just not a happy person by the end of it all. So I want to make this one as stress-free as possible. So I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna go get some food, edit a lot, make sure these videos are ready ahead of time as best as I can. Next week though, maybe we'll do them for a little bit longer. I think that'd be fun. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming by. You guys are fucking beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next stream. Alrighty, boys. Oh, seriously, awesome duels. I had a lot of fun today. Alrighty, boys. Peace.
Until we build our business up.